like how much more you would need to study in terms of like frame data. But the buzz, he's getting it all put together. We see Riddle start to put together as well. But it's hard to put it all together against the man who's been playing for decades before people were even born yet. We got Henry Sen, Golden Sen, taking it down, multi-game challenger.
Multi-generational talent right there. Still running the show up in next level, keeping the New York scene alive as we spoke about earlier. And yeah, you know, even though Riddle's lost, I do like that Riddles is still coming out to these events for Street Fighter. As you mentioned, he's known more for Smash, but it's you gotta put you gotta come out offline and put all your cards on the table, because that's the only way that you're gonna grow as a player. And the fact that he, you know, coming up here on these stages doing this, shout outs to him. I'd like to continue to see more of him.
Yeah, truly, really inspirational overall. One of the things I do want to see as well is how much further a lot of these cats are going to progress. We've seen a lot of big W's thus far. We've seen a lot of really impactful decisions being made, even in the preliminary side. Again, we're still going through like who's going to make it into the top 96 today, and it's still so ambiguous. We called out some of the big superstars that we were expecting for some of the pool play. Yeah, some of them actually got rocked. Some of them expecting to move forward, as we had seen it earlier. But as we talked about it, we still got the rest of that pool play. Sorry, top 96 play. A little bit after this, but you guys have been your stat game as well. You actually had seen us kind of go through some of the air rolls a little bit. I know people was actually right down over there in the ballroom, so really excited to check them out as well. Just right near the entrance too, so you know it's
yeah, I'm definitely going there right after this.
You
I don't know
walk
about
in,
you,
just
but
like you get that smell. It's like, oh, come on, man. You know, I don't want to eat before like a commentary block, but since I'm ending, you know where I'm going to be.
準備分數。
Great over there.
咁啊 Top 96到 Top 24啦，咁就打到。
Yeah, man. So what was your favorite match so far?
That's a good one. I think the very first match we had seen between Golden Sen and Dr. African has to be my favorite one, just because of the fact that he came back with such a low. Drive gauge to him. He only had a bit of life left. One thing that he had to his name was the super ride. He had 3 bars to his name, and all he needed was just a couple of touches, which he got, coincidentally, and it took it all the way down since then. I think that easily had to be one of my favorite matches. In terms of the back and forth, I thought it was in favor of Dr. African, but Golden Sen, man, can't keep your eyes off of him, man.
Yeah, definitely. That likewise, that's the match that I think kind of stole my heart today. If you want to say,
應該孤立咗晒㗎啦。如果佢根據 schedule 咁啊，
through that match, I didn't think that Dalsim as the character, not that Henry's not capable of it, but it was a really uphill battle to make.
我哋知好多人，咪好多人死咗。
I think he was like burnt out at one point.
Oh, he was hella burnt out.
Yeah,
so time's over.
Yeah. So the fact that he was able to weather the storm and just stay in the game and
Top 96啦，真係
all the way back, it was really amazing play from him.
咁啊，喺度一紮就 Top 96人啦，咪見到。
And hopefully it makes it deeper.
I mean, there's a lot that really like goes into.
到Big Bird 打唔知邊個啊嘛，呢個未出世，我哋去下一個。
yourself together in the middle of the match. I kind of want to know how that works out for some of the other players involved in the CPT. In fact,
都未打齊啊喂，唔係仲打緊啊？應該仲應該仲喺度清嘅。係啊，見到呢個 Yan Mat 打完 ENG 俾人啦，跟住係咪伊塔散對呢個 Ludovi 好似係跟住印度佬嚟，跟住下面都打緊。咩啊？飛流食春卷。 咁啊，唔好加咁多嘢啦，準備有睇啦我哋。ENG 跌咗落 loser， 嗱一聲唔多掂啊，係啊，好攰。今晚飲完酒，好乸崩嘅又。咁啊，睇下點，應該都頂得住。咪食春卷，呢個係如果睇親 CPT 咧，都見到呢個春卷嘅，都幾常見。
No artificial flavor or nothing like that. Yeah, real chicken. Okay, we'll get back to those. But okay, so in Street Fighter 5 and now in Street Fighter 6, you are consistently one of the most. You're one of the best players. You're one of the most consistent players. How have you been so consistent in these games, Fino?
I don't know actually. I think every year.
咁睇呢個係 Capcom 級上年 Capcom 級嗰啲嘢啦。菲林都幾慘，輸4FF 都幾 upset。SF6 真係勁。 同而家隊友嚟㗎 ，CF 又係。咁啊，菲林街4開始已經好威嘅，咁啊係咁殺晒啲人。咁啊依家打 SFL， 應該好似係佢打歐洲 SFL 唔係，佢打歐洲 SFL 嘅。咁啊呢個係即係打喺英國嗰度，喺歐洲嗰度 同嗰啲歐洲人喺度打。有咩亞洲選手啊？亞洲選手有 Daigo Itasan 兩個，而家全部都係美國佬。即係至少係美洲啦，唔好話美國。咁啊，有時可能有啲咩巴西啊，跟住有啲咩多米尼加嗰扎，話未必係真係全部都係美國。問題差，隻 game 就係咁。所以啲人咪成日出殺全部喺度屌話，隻 game 搶住真係戇鳩。歐服打過一次嘅，見到佢唔難嘅，我覺得你知道係歐洲見到佢成日都打，不過用啲鳩角啫嘛，用 can 啊 ，can 同佢 loot 咯，而家有試領都得用啊，咁你只要即係你見到佢唔 OK， 希望我成日話希望脫唔斷而家就。
And number 5, you could put Bison number 5. You could put Chun-Li number 5. There's a lot of.
But whoever it is at 5, it ain't.
It ain't Ken. No. No, it's not Ken. Ken, I can give you top 8.
Phenom, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Before I let you go, I do have to ask you one very important thing. What makes you hungry for success?
I think for me, I want to be able to do this. I really like to.
第一配就咁又唔係，應該唔會啩？可能真係太，佢有機會係因為真係低到係，佢贏一分都唔加。咁啊有啲咁啊有時會嘅，咁啊好戇鳩嘅。佢 rank 匹配到你嘅，即係如果你一分都唔加咧，係 rank 配對到已經好戇居，因為即係輸咗成份贏冇獎勵呢啲嗌做乜？又唔係 cancel， 先有扣分。
I've been Big Hollywood Rob TV. This has been Phenom, and most importantly, this has been what fuels you.
係咯，如果2000幾啊，咁啊播緊廣告啦，咁啊等睇下佢會唔會即係覺得邊個會贏 ？Big Bird 咯，我覺得好嚴肅，最勁係佢啦呢度，死剩嗰啲。天幣連玩家會唱搞笑角色係唔會唱，呢個咩嚟㗎？哦 Terry 嘅 Coming Trailer， 我都唔記得 Terry 嘅新角添，好似出咗好耐。依家又係 Jamie 4走狀態，呢個唔係 Terry 先，係呢個 DLC 嘅 Trailer。我等緊2年啦。不啲火舞都冇乜所謂，已經能緊要啲。係啱妹。有 cap 唔喐嘅。冇所謂啦，靚就得㗎啦。我3個又唔出嚟，咪又玩呢啲。
Not headed for disaster, as you say. The Exalted One's awakening is simply the first step towards the birth of a brand new world. Everything will be destroyed to be born anew.
呢個 story 嚟，好似係。佢又出啦，又唔播啲 MHW 嘅 trailer。
大家好啊！
大家好啊！好攰，大家好攰，咁又差唔打㗎啦，俾啲時間。
impossible to save the world without Ratha's help.
Bonds of friendship between riders and hunters. Looks like the children really are our future. Sukino!
Understood!
I won't miss! Time to put our kinship to the test!
唔係 sell 俾你咯，應該係有啲我都覺得係有一班人會中意嘅，即係但係唔係好多咯，所以隻 game 都唔係投放好多資源。咁真係俾啲唔係想打 Mon 亨屠龍，但係又即係純粹係想追下劇情嘅人，咪睇佢噏故事。呢隻唔係就好似 RPG 都係 RPG， 同埋少少補翻Mon Hunter 啲設定咯。我諗有時即係 Mon 亨，即係真係屠龍嗰隻，又好似好難 show 嗰啲嘢出嚟。好少，因為主角係啞噶嘛，咁咪靠呢啲嘢。咁就好耐咯 ，NS 嘅呢隻就，呢隻先係真嘅呢隻。咁呢隻咪一先係未來差唔多出嘅，咁啊2月尾嘅好似。應該係第4個 CPT event 啦嘛 ，qualify 有3個，應該第4個。
And we are back with more Street Fighter 6 here at East Coast Throwdown 2024 Top 96 starting now. Crazy pools, some wild upsets, some stellar matches that we have watched, and it is only going to get better from here. I am Brad Muse. Joining me is Sherry Jennings.
What is up? I am so glad to be here. I wasn't here yesterday, but I watched you commentate yesterday, and there were so many upsets yesterday. It's just, and we made it all the way to top 96 now.
Yeah.
I can't believe 600 plus players to 96 players left.
Well, there's so many pools. I tried to do the math on it yesterday of how many individual pools there were, and I gave up on it.
I forgot. I did it this morning, but I can't remember anything anymore. So I just know there was a lot.
I said earlier today, even when I think I remember something, I only give myself 90% credit.
Yeah.
It looks like we have players sitting down already, but I mean, we can reference some of the upsets. Young Matt Teen in winner's side after taking a dub over Angry Bird is El Chicote versus Profit sitting down. Profit getting the dub 2-0 over Item to make it out of his pool in winners.
That's right. We were just
應該第一場咧交交流嘅，咁就右邊嗰個好似係 Lily， 左邊嗰個就右嘅，咁就美國嘅好出名嘅右邊嗰個，左邊嗰個就唔知。右邊好似係 Lily 嘅，贏過嗰個比賽 champ 嘅都名正言順。左邊一個就係要用咩都唔知。阿鬼，石仔先啦，咪搶2嘅，贏就咁啊，退到 Top 8先上3嘅個 CPT 會，咪今年都唔會改嘅啦，應該下年可能會改嘅。
But she's a funky character, you know?
Absolutely, but at the time, she was right now. Aki's in this great spot. I think people are reevaluating her after the year 2 changes. But Profit was playing her in year 1 when I think there was something to be desired in how her kit sort of worked together. El Chicote on the Lily.
Same thing that we talked about too, like El Chicote was also a Lily player all the way from season 1, and there were a lot of, you know, I don't want to say complaints, but asks that Lily players wanted, and they got a good amount.
阿鬼對 Lily 咁啊，Top 96第一場就開始啦。
Both happy with how both their characters ended up.
Yeah, I'm going to be intrigued about this.
咁啊，首先就阿鬼就做啲牽制啦，咁啊，遠距離咧都要 keep 住壓制嘅，咁啊，因為要即係做出啲招咯，因為唔會被嘲諷。如果唔係畫面咁嚟，有一個風咧隨時撞過嚟，咁啊攞加添壓制啦，咁啊加1隻嘅，之後再反波拳啦，擋咗就，因為擋得冇事。咁啊喺呢個中馬集中拳度做一個牽制，啊，因為都幾遠嘅，即係其實有咁毒嘅話，先係可以抗衡啊阿鬼個定邊嘅招，咁啊甩招。
you know.
就俾啲麻生做個有利壓制，咁啊想做咗有利壓制嘅時候，俾人 parry，咁啊做一個反擊，再做一個重波拳嘅壓制。咁啊有毒嘅情況下咧，就衝過壓制咧之後嘅嗰種嘅回回撞，好似 D 反，咁啊 O.D 撞咁啊想做個衝啦，但係點知咁啊做草風去用個草風去延遲自己攻擊嘅時間咧，咁就可以令到嗰個對手撳掣就會中，咁啊等一陣先撳。咁啊係咁拍中佢喺度敲啦，敲中咁擋咗都唔錯嘅呢個，用個前頭攞傷害，咁啊冇去鳩啊迪卡，咁啊鳩咗之後咧就攞翻個反擊，咁就輸翻出去咧，咁就唔使板邊度受苦，會 impact 咧，其實都 in 難嘅，其實都，因為佢一冇 level 1咧，其實呢個位其實即係壓鬼其實冇咩會做，一冇 level 1咧，雙刀埋同等死冇分別。咁啊見到咧咪用個波拳去做一個牽制咧，咁啊令到啊 Lily 就冇咁草風。跳攻擊再 rush 過再壓制，咁啊反擊拳打中啊，但係唔係空中中啦，咁就做冇傷害。咁啊反擊拳壓制啦，前衝擊打中咗毒咧就好大力喺呢度，咁殺唔殺嘅呢個其實係唔殺啦，係嘛？咁啊做一個 set， 再做一個 top throw， 成功攞埋你哋血，咁啊俾阿鬼好眼冇辦法得。
This is one of the weaknesses with Lily, right? Like she doesn't have a lot of defensive options.
咁啊 rush 過去啦，咁啊搏落去啦，點知俾對手D 反俾人擋咗，咁啊做一個確反 combo 啦。咁啊睇下起身點啦，咁啊前重加擋咗就有利，咁啊繼續照技埋回啲招啊，因為佢要即係實到對手 burn out， 咁啊 rush 過去再放波再 rush 咧，咁樣就埋身再有個頭啦。咁啊鬼10個阿鬼9個都係，咁啊10個都係擋咗個波之後就 rush 過去，因為有個波 cover 自己咧，咁啊可以令到佢即係佢唔會食一個，因為佢對手唔敢反擊 rush 啦，咁右後通常係咁敲草風對手唔。對手每一個反波拳動作都係估嘅，估下對手會唔會係輕中版本定重版本。輕版本咧就驚點平，打中啦，埋一場會點啊？嗱頭啦，咁啊呢位其實哎呀後邊一個彈係好耐呢手前，冇向升，咪俾頭打中，咁樣入咗打法線啦呢個位。可以中啦，但係冇 confirm 到 CA， 依家要諗辦法，嗱呢兩邊都敲一下死嘅。咁啊 rush 嘅波拳就死咗，咁就終於俾即係 Lily 就都幾明顯嘅呢下，但係真係防唔到，咁啊只係阿孫可以兩次狂將嘅，扮兩下之後再 rush 咗。第一燈咁就 Lily 嚟到，咁啊下動人敲再反波拳，呢個咧就一個true ball 嚟嘅，咁就可以做一個即係個風咧就即係後都有敲兩下一定係。安全咁啊前頭啦，再用 rush 嘅指令頭成功攞多一下，咁啊會唔會再咁啊想再攻擊嘅時候俾人打翻，咁啊爭啲打中，但係打唔中，咁啊大鑊啦，而家俾到到自己，但係跟住用個撞夾硬埋身，又真係俾打翻一 hit 之後就播 level 1攞埋咗啲血，咁就到呢個 Lily 嘅 match point 啊。咁又係放波再 rush 咁啊都10個壓鬼，咁啊又係 delay 敲落啊，咁啊真係有呢啲位真係幾熟。後俾一避再撞過去攞有利壓制，咁啊今次就呢個 party 咧可以避過Lily 個撞，但係即係避咗都唔係好，避咗都冇乜特別。有啦埋身指令頭，咁就成功打中對手之後咧，再 rush 過去，下重拳打中推咗埋牆啦，打到下段咪就殺到啦，死咗。俾晒咁啊 level 1，喂呀唔識搏招，但係唔緊要，咁就成功用呢個 head 拳 jet 爆我對手個 impact， 然後就對死對手啦。
Chocotate already had that ready to go. Like he did the 3 lights into the DP, he was ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's being prepared for that situation, super important. You know, you need to know
what you have
in the tank to be able to deal with that.
Especially when you're burnt out.
啱啱瞓醒加飲完酒，好乸崩。
Trying to catch you off guard, yeah.
今日就咁嘅聲啊，聽日應該好翻。
So with that W, moves on to play the winner of Big Bird and Golden Sen.
And I just watched Golden Sen. Mr. Old Man Henry Sen. I just saw him play against Riddles. I think that was to make out in winners. Yeah. So, you know, like, if you haven't played against Old Man Sen, like, he plays so uniquely, and he's old school, so you would think he's, like, kind of fundamentally based. No, he kind of goes ham, but he has the fundamentals. Like, and he's playing Dawson, which isn't a very common character in Street Fighter 6 right now, so you just have to really navigate and figure out how this player plays. It's really hard to figure out how Henry still plays.
Yeah, there's something to be said about someone who can go buck wild but has that fundamental core.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who can go buck wild and they make it work, but if you are able to sort of get the lid on that and slow the game down, they can start to lose some steam. To have that fundamental core that you've built it around and then be like, hey, at the end of the day, if you do make me stop my nutty stuff, I can outplay you clean too.
Yep.
That's a dangerous opponent to play against.
It is. And he's been doing this for years now, from Street Fighter 4 to Street Fighter 5, and now still Dawson in Street Fighter 6. He's definitely making it work.
Always a joy to watch. Seeing him, I saw Bunch was popping off watching the sets
because you know
well.
that's I don't want to say him. He's
好啦，第二
grandpa,
場啦
that is old
，Kino
man
對
Sid.
呢
He's been here for so long,
個
and like he's
呢
been
個
so supportive of the community.
Brutal
He's done so much
係
for
一
the
個
community.
比較
And just you know,
好出名
it's great to see him
嘅
still competing and
YouTuber，
He's OG.
唔係
beating
專出
butt.
教
He is
學。
OG for sure.
But
Not a veteran, OG.
Brutus sitting down on P1 side. I think that said. I think that was Tino. I'm gonna double check my bracket as well.
Rocking the ECT merch, we see that, and I see 2 stick players. We also like that too, representing the old school Tino.
Yep. So Zangief from Brutus, not going to be a big shock there.
We were just talking about Dawson.
Oh, now this is definitely a matchup that Brutus is not going to want to be playing into.
You know what? Like, he's a Geef player, so I feel no sympathy for him.
Oh.
I wish him luck.
交潛對 Zangief，
And I don't think it's as bad as it was like compared to the previous Street
Oh,
Fighters.
certainly.
Just because the damage that you can
咁
dish out.
啊埋身啦，跟住之後印度佬就因為對佢低就叫加少個球隊都係話印度佬有嚟，但係蘇聯佬俾咗印度佬贏，多數蘇聯佬贏，因為蘇聯佬換家就唔識揀印度佬。咁啊 Jack 中咗對手，再做個 Yoga Free， 咁出翻佢啦，後閃咁就離開咗對手嘅離開版面先，之後再做一個Yoga Fire 再加長手嘅牽制啦，慢慢順對手死，咁啊所有單前都咁得，我蘇聯佬就用生命去衝埋去啦，通過就贏，通過就輸。咁啊放火再掟呢個長手，咁啊空中做好啲技咧，搏中咁啊打中一下咁就可以用私人埋呢個 level 1，咁啊level 1就過勁咗啦，咁就。即係我搏都冇乜所謂嘅，咁啊長撳個 parry， 但係都冇乜用。你只係俾刀時繼續喺度，都係繼續佢聽日第一個橋定過嚟，跳到喎，大鑊啦刀時。咁啊打個輕強，但係唔過招，咁啊俾刀時出翻去喎，咁啊閃放火啦，唔閃啊，咁就想喺呢位收割，咁啊掃中個對手，咁啊落彈咗，打中個下段，見到 Zangief 用生命衝咗埋啊，真係未衝到。長手，但係俾人掃腳，鷹頭壓起身，咁啊成功攬冇對手之後，再做一個 rush 嘅壓制，依反咗對手嘅 rush 攻擊啊，咁啊至少離開對手嘅壓力，咁啊但係輸好多血啦而家都。誒下中拳拋對手落單咗，咁啊俾阿刀前起上強制，咁啊打到輕拳，但係冇 level 3啊，咁啊呢個安全嘅而家，好勁啊而家，對空成功。再做一個換邊嘅 combo， 牽劈到對手嘅下重腳，咁啊推埋牆啦，可能呢佢一埋尾，咁啊呢個位就會唔會720嘅啦呢個位，咁啊刀潛都保持安全嘅距離啦，費事俾佢掂到，咁啊成用個跳中拳打對手之後，再做一個攻擊，咁啊成功落翻燈啊，又播翻少下重拳落單咗，咁啊想壓制嘅時候呢啲位得唔好啦，俾對手後中就打翻轉啦。咁啊，又喺呢個畫面啦，咁我見到8次嘅機會，因為呢個下中拳試由呢個 F1 係因為好勁，一下。咁啊埋一場啦，咁啊睇下蘇聯佬點樣破住對手。啱啱先講完呢下咧，點知俾爭啲舐嘢，咁啊但係爭啲舐嘢即係特別冇舐嘢，咁啊當時成功又用呢塊救對手。咁啊係咁後閃啦，咁就防止對手埋啦，一跳重拳15嚟㗎，但係唔緊要，後邊可以打中。咁啊成功咁啊埋身，成功攞到第一燈啊！咁啊見到啊蘇聯佬
cashing out the damage when he could get that confirmed. And then he would actually play very, very evasive. Like just, you know, if you are playing Dawson, yes, your main goal in the matchup against Zangief is to be as evasive as possible. And it's nice that he was able to get some damage off of it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people speak to this game as though you can't be like a purely defensive player, you can't play evasive. I like when you incorporate that element here in this matchup. It makes those small interactions that historically
打中，但係有啲頭錘壓起身，再同頭錘壓，其實俾人 D 反出嚟啊！操縱拳有力，咁啊見到咧，咁啊啲嗰個 side cage 差唔多冇晒啦。 但係俾印度跳翻點翻出嚟，至少唔使俾人咪就掹3個拳做一個反擊，就反對咗 Telephone。但係以換邊嚟講咧，咁啊食3個拳，我覺得都幾抵。咁啊換咗邊啦，咁就慢慢用呢堆嘢去做一個牽制啦。中拳打中，再頭錘3MP。咁啊呢個畫面都有句啦，咪呢一招係屈技，一個試入打中啊，大力，再屈過去頭攻擊，再放火，仲要儲氣添，嗰個2 hit 嘅呢個。咁不過問題起動好慢啦，要加速 hit 添。一下啦呢度，咪都幾慘啊呢個位，嗰個火擋都會死嘅。係啦，咁啊，但係跳過個火咧，迴避個死亡都冇乜可能，因為跑前都知你會跳一定最好。對空係有嘅，哇！呢個3A，呢個腳對空係呢中意用嗰啲人係，我覺得都幾唔係好穩陣。咁啊，有架 film 咁樣就再用長手牽咁啊，一下就慢推。咁啊，壓成嗰種呢個人壓到對手個，埋一場啦，咁啊兜前，聽完都知道對手埋一場就乜都有可能。2個頭錘，好咁啊，用個3個拳去做一個換邊，對空換邊，但係只嚟去到版面，依反咗對手嘅頭錘壓制，死咗啦！就儲爆呢鋪2有機會。咁啊，儲爆可以博照，哎呀！但係要翻練 combo 呢個人嘅，然後就呼吸法用呢個長手去做，兩收割埋最後一滴血，但係啲難度啊！擋咗中段，然後俾人確反。
喂，你識 combo 啊
Kino 就成功2俾你擊倒咗嘅聲傑啊！係啊，好成件 ，hello。
Congratulations to Tino. He played that match really, really well. I can see the struggle.
聲傑出咗個
for the Gi players though.
呢就時街8路。
Really have to, as a Gi player, you really have to make those really hard reads.
都幾慘嘅。
That's why you get the extra health as Gi.
Do
you feel bad for them now?
No. I still don't feel bad.
Still not.
我都覺嘅，其實我都覺得 Van 特啊
That's true.
You know, he can eat his way through losers into top 8. Why not?
又唔可以同你長太長嘅運法。
Sometimes that's just the luck of the draw, right? Like there's matchups like that where you look and it's just like I am uniquely unequipped to deal with these threats. And Tino, like we kept talking about, so great at being evasive, such a great read on the pace going on the screen, and always moving exactly where he needed to be at the right time. Even spots where it's like teleporting out of the corner and getting clipped by the OD lariat is like, yeah, you know what? At least I'm out of the corner, and now there's nothing you can do. I have this whole screen to just back up. Look at what I've earned.
Yeah, and every single time Tino had at least one bar, he would cash out off of the straight hits, off the straight confirms that he would get. And it was just like such good decision making on his end. I feel like he clearly plays this matchup a lot.
Yeah, it's not something we get to see super often. Rush 可以令到人人都係versus I reflex sitting down now.
即係有 rush 嘅話就人
人
平等權好多話 rush 太勁。
But anyways, shout out to Picaro all the way from Peru. I'm surprised he's here. He has been the resident M Bison player for so long, at least like. Well, all the way from the Street Fighter 5 days, and I Reflex, we saw him perform yesterday because he is the one who put Eddie Walker into losers.
Yeah, that was such a crazy clutch set. Came down to the wire, the whole room. You could feel everyone on the edge of their seat watching that one go through. Eddie Walker still trying to make that run in losers. Hopefully we get the chance to see more of him later. The winner of this, looking at the bracket and looking at the updates, it looks as though the winner of this goes on to play Boost.
Okay. And Boost is killing it.
Boost is on a tear.
Yeah. Like I've seen him play, like just watching him play online, and he would, consistently make top 8, but now he's like, and then he started breaking into top 3, and now he's like taking over TNS with all the entrants in there. You see the punks, you see the dudes, but you still see Boost still taking it over them sometimes in TNS.
Canon 對
Ken versus Blanca going to be the matchup.
我播啦 ，Piccolo 話呢個咩迪士摩同走咗去大街吧。
OD command grab.
咁啊，再啦 ，Piccolo 仲要係用綠色添。呢個南美星人都係綠色。
Starting on that pressure, going for the little mini mix off the Jinrai kicks back to neutral.
咁啊，佢飛過去又俾人避咗，咁就一下子又自己跳咗埋，跟住又跳咗埋場。咁啊，下東橋都有 rush 過去啦，咁就想起上 pair， 你想動 parry 節咁樣就會俾人統嘅懲罰。之後再喺板 B 度做一個頭攻擊啦，有嚟壓制，咁啊打中咗一條係有啲近，因為拍落去就做咁啊落彈。咁啊 rush 後重腳啦，諗住衝擊，但係失敗咗。 Heavy
smothered a little bit right now, earning a little bit of space.
咁啊 OD 就成功 Heavy 到，咁樣就做一個反，哎呀冇練到確反啦，咁啊俾人撞吹，再用個青過波，咁啊攞第一燈啦。幾勁喎呢個，係嘛？好多操作都係極平板嘅。要打中 OD 嘅電，但係我諗佢想做 level 2，佢想做咧開 level 2，但係爭少少燈，爭少少氣。咁啊 level 2啦，完成啟動。哇！掟公仔先。咁啊掟公仔諗上去真係犧牲一個攻擊可以掟公仔都 set up 啦。之後如果掟公仔打中佢咧，可以攞到勁大嘅傷害。又請個波，頭攻擊，咁啊斬殺線啦。
idly regenerate that drive, closing
out
with the throw. First game
見到幾攻出嚟落啊！咁啊見啱啱嗰個勝利畫面都未出現過咧，即刻 rematch 勁快。咁啊上嚟腳啦，咁啊呢個位置，咁啊 Ken 就 Ken 嗰個上嚟嘅打兵卡幾勁，因為即使佢因為個升好慢，所以佢唔派身。哦，翻練 combo 啊真係要。咁啊，一個簡單 combo 再抌上天，人哋公仔啊，唔釘。咁啊，仲個 rolling ball 做一個壓制，打中咗，再板邊見，應該唔會 level 1噶啦，死唔係應該。波頭，但係俾隻手擋咗，咁啊吹咗攻擊，咁啊下到佢打中啦，咁就俾 bang， 咁啊換邊唔換喎，推板邊。因為始終你啱啱喺板邊咧，你好難一個 combo 推到上去板邊嘅。咁就反卡士時間啦，一個 level 就暈，一就死咗啦。一個唔係成功搶到4 frame， 幾好彩啊！咁啊 Piccolo 嘅 match point 啊，係咪先？ Q 俾人 parry 對空，但係未落地嘅關係咧，咁就做唔到一個好大嘅防反。
God, Blanca's reach is insane.
Yeah, but Picaro has faced those out really, really well.
咁啊 ，rolling ball 簡單嚟講就重版本就撞到對手啦，輕版本、中版本都係攞嚟埋身嘅。咁啊 ，OD 電咧攞個攞彈就做個 rush 嘅壓擠，再食咗個攻擊啊！我再開電。踢中趁得 hit 就係搏招。哇！新雷吉 rolling ball。咁啊，雖然個後重腳做埋身啦，但係點知俾你打空咗情況下，俾對手打翻轉頭。之後傾咗一個旋風腳做一個推板邊，仲有個頭攻擊，咁啊板邊見啦。咁啊打中啦，但係有啲遠，作唔到個輕腳迅雷腳挑，俾人 parry 對空啊！咁邊啲叫 parry 對空啊？個人終於有升啦。咁啊解答，然後食咗個 shimmy， 就俾阿 Ken 打翻一燈。挑咁啊打到對手之後就做個簡單 combo 啊，咁喺隻 bank 卡唔開 level 2咁啊，咁啊板邊乜都中啊，然後再做咗個頭攻擊，有力壓制開電，咁啊咧浮 E 終於開啦第一次見，咁啊掟公仔，咁你公仔有電咧就會令到個公仔向前行，都幾勁，咁啊 Ken 都等緊嗰個，我諗 Ken 會升鳩佢個撞，我都知撞，如果你唔用咧，雖然唔會消耗啲氣啊，但係喂打中咗下段，仲要做一個打中咗後邊再做一個 mix up，之後做一個 combo， 打中咗啊，板邊挑對手唔反，然後就俾一個簡單嘅跳攻擊再頭攻擊攞埋隻力缺。Piccolo 2-0。早晨，早晨。
He couldn't get it started. Like his back was against the wall the whole time.
Yeah, it seems like the core of their neutral gameplay was very much built around fireball. There's a lot of characters that rely on that as a game plan, Ken being one of them. But there was such a great plan around fireball. And it felt like there wasn't a plan B to come back on that was strong enough to build anything off of. We saw some experimentation, but it was just too little too late.
Yeah, definitely. Like, Picaro, he didn't really have to adapt. Like, the way that he was already playing and the timing of everything that he was doing was already working. And unfortunately, iReflex wasn't able to adapt to how Picaro was his patterns in neutral. It was a lot of jump-ins.
Yeah, no, and they all worked. I mean, it took way too long to find, even for obvious jump-ins and spots where he did have the opportunity to anti-air, we didn't find the anti-air. So it's like, all right, if you can't represent that tool, as important as it is and as important as it's looking in this matchup, if you can't represent it in the easy places, then
you're
And just like that, iReflex does go to losers. And Picaro makes it through.
I will double check in a moment who they will be playing in winners, but I do know we have players sitting down again. Okay, oh, that's Boost. Yeah, I said it at the beginning. Players sitting down. Oh, I hear people outside getting excited.
There's JB versus Who is JB playing?
You know what? I have the brackets right here.
Oh, that's right.
What's your player?
That is. Who does he play? He played earlier. I just commented. I don't want to. DJ. I'm gonna say it's DJ.
JB 對 B
I'm assuming
cheering going on outside. Maybe. I'm not familiar with them, so if they're comparatively local, I imagine it's either CT or New York. I'm not familiar myself.
But we do know that JB is from New York. Now lives in the West Coast though, so we had to deal with him online all the time. This Rashid play. This is the first Rashid I get to commentate today.
How long after one transplants from
DJ 對 Rashid？
until
好耐冇見 DJ 啦，稀少角色嚟。
No, if you're from New York, you will never lose
咪放波，咪試到個波餅。因為 rush 佢嘅時候俾對手停咗之後，就做一個簡單嘅 combo 添埋牆啦，頭攻擊，波頭俾對手 parry 咗之後，再做一個頭攻擊，咁啊踢封咗個牽制，再用個風碌過嚟咧，咁啊做一個有力壓制啊。下中佢打中，我係板邊轉頭 sell 啦。咁啊依家興做嘢。就少高啲，但係要練人手搣鐵，人手 delay 咯啲。咁啊成功用個波打爆對手嘅呢個西用完之後就攞第一燈啦 ，JB。咁啊旁邊咁啊就做一個簡單嘅 sell， 咁啊搣鐵啦地。只要你見到空中反波腳咧，就係 mid 嚟㗎，個波頭。咁啊真係破反到啊，佢反唔到，俾人打翻轉頭。哎呀，不連 combo 啦，死咗。咁啊求其一個簡單 combo 攞埋腰 kick 係咪？咁啊一比零。
Okay, usually you would end up on the other side, but he walked back while the kick was up in the air.
Yeah, that little minute optimization, but it makes a difference.
你快練下 combo 先啦。
JB was just firmly in control there, right? It almost struck me as though Bison was playing in a way where it's like they want to represent their pokes, but they weren't playing in a way to respect what the other character had on the table. And I feel like JB was doing a great job at picking exactly the spots of this is where
parry 對空係可惜，唔俾 parry。EC 推埋牆，再做個簡單嘅壓制，推埋牆啦。今次就中波拳埋尾咁樣就推到牆邊，但係俾人點咗之後就出翻嚟。輕拳壓制，下中腳，下中拳，乜都咁啊！想用個重擊壓制，但係俾對手個 jab 到，咁啊打個書面埋牆啦。咁啊重擊啦，攞個就 rush 過去啦，咁啊板邊喺度係咁嘅屈機。咁啊後向下中拳咧，啲人我中意下中 confirm level 1 ，parry 到死咗啦，俾晒咁啊都死。level 1個應該要，係啦冇錯。
Even if you have life to play with, it's
嗱都幾一乾脆利落啊，死得直落㗎嗰陣。隻 DJ 未夠 level。佢 parry 咗第一下，咁就腰擊，呢個推板啦。咁啊有個氣流加成咧，咁就板邊有冇一個最強嘅，有冇呢個低點啊？係冇嘅，再食一個頭擊，一個 mid 嘅波頭，再做個簡單嘅 combo 啊，腰擊，孖腳，咁啊做個安跳嚟對手睇到咗。B 反開 level 2啊，唔開喎，大鑊啦，佢有冇打中？但係唔搏力招。
Trying to find a way to like poke JB down, but JB is very good at counter poking in neutral.
Yeah, and it very much feels like Bison doesn't know how to approach that style and start to open something up. And he's starting to try to bring in the sway, but I feel like
不過睇下俾唔俾啦，我覺得有時會，哎呀真係快練 combo 啊！你真係要。好渣！我跳翻嚟啊！喂，咁我成功用個後重嘅對空喎，哎呀，有啲好好嘅操作，但係後邊嗰啲操作唔係好得，咁啊一下死啊仲係，咁啊兩面雖然表面上兩面都好多，喂想佢想開呢口二，但係唔開唔到，死啊！哎呀，中拳唔搏 ，rush 又係好曳，唔係一齊留得太突然。跳，哇咁樣俾人對跳入，呢隻 DJ 真係冇對空嗰啲曳喎依下。
committed to something. I
don't know if it was
the start of a background.
To
be able to answer something. Rashid's like that jump in from Rashid. It's so active down in front of him. So I feel like in that spot you would have had to have your anti-air ready early.
Yeah, and it's like when it's a situation where it's whoever gets the next hit wins, it's really difficult because you're looking for so many different options. And JB honestly hasn't been jumping that often, so that's when he got to sneak in his just raw jump in.
Yeah,
at the very end.
And you know what? We talked about how once you get to this point in the tournament, you start to play against players that you can trust, have that like 100 level. They understand the fundamentals of things. when you start to push that envelope, that's when the stuff that is wrong
Hey,
starts to
giống
be
mày
right
có
again. Because now
suy
mental
nghĩ ngẫm
stack
rồi.
is so important, representing all these different things, like you said, is so important. And suddenly you're like, hey, when you're watching for 7 other things, do you still remember to anti-air?
Yeah.
Turns out in this particular instance, the answer was no.
Nope. Because you're like, is he going to throw another tornado? Do I need to look for a DI? Like, there's so many things to
Right.
look out for that very last interaction. So you're
Level
like,
2 could come out at any point.
Yeah, exactly. So, fortunately for JB, the jump didn't work. Good read on him.
Yeah.
On his end.
Yeah, I think in general he demonstrated a really solid read. Oh, good.
The other brother,
Cái
the other,
đồ Lex rồi,
Bautista,
JB.
Lex himself, all the way from the UK across the pond, and I actually just commentated his match too against Zickles.
Yeah, so Zickles on the...
Kimberly.
I always forget if it's Zickles or Zickles, but yeah, on
I've been
Kimberly.
calling him Zickles, Zycles, and Zcles.
You know what? I'm going to go with Zcles. That's got the right kind of flair on it for this moment, I think.
He's from Canada. They have French people up there, right?
Yeah.
So there's a good chance it could be Zcles.
That's one of the languages they speak up there.
But very strong Kimberly versus Lex. Obviously, Lex, huge representative from UK, also from New York, because they all came from Next Level. Used to be a Karen player in Street Fighter V, and now he's just blossomed into this amazing Gaio player who did really, really well. I think the
好啦，咁
performance
啊，
that
軍佬
played
對
well, that was
Kimberly
in
啊，
Japan.
搞笑角色，Kimberly 輸
I
啊。
think that was this year. Was it last year? I don't remember. I was there in person. So it might have been this year. Yeah.
Time is a weird soup.
It is. There's been so many tournaments back to back, and just mixing it between offline and online. Like,
Right.
I don't. My years are all like mishmashed together.
There's like definitely a window of time of like 2 or 3 years that is just compressed into like some weird mass
Right.
that I remember all of it happening at once. I have to assume, especially I got to watch Lex play a little bit earlier, just so solid in the Guile. I think it's going to be hard for Zcles to get the type of momentum that they're going to need and really start to move
Okay,
forward.
bola.
It's going to be a lot of how well they're able to represent the different
啊
tools that she has.
，drop kick 佢打個對
Even
空啊，
elbow drop,
點知
flash
收唔
kick
成，咁啊波頭
covers
對
so
收唔
much
成，
horizontal
再推波，
space. You can't bait
喺呢個
out
打
anti-airs
中咁啊，我
against
揀做個簡單 combo 啦，
as
再
well
推
as
波
you。can some of the other characters
咁
will
啊呢
also.
個 split 嗰度咧就隨時有強化啲氣，咁啊所以我中嘅對空咧失敗咗，然後俾 Kimberly 埋失，但係甩招，咁啊食個整波中拳，再做個閃離彈收唔成，叮跟住之後就 rush 咗一個後頭，再放波壓制。咁啊 Kimberly 冇乜對個波技同埋嗰個呢個即係嗰個無力技冇嘅，咁啊好難，即係放波真係睇住擋。咁啊想跳到過去，咁啊再做一個 rush 就係睇動咗對手，再做成嗰個埋尾掟炸彈，鏟腳鏟裝，再做個有力壓制。
Placing that low forward really well.
誒咁啊 ban 到自己，但係仍然都係有利做一個壓制啊。因為只要掂唔到對手咧。Kimberly 都好難做個反擊，即使 ban 咗對手 ban 咗都好。
And I love that, right? It's a spot where it would be really easy.
咁啊，先攞第一燈啊，棍流咁啊飛咗過去啦，再做個跳嘅呢個中拳 TC。對空係有嘅，仲要做個空中指令頭對空，咁啊做大傷害啦。波拳埋尾，咁啊起上升，咁啊實一退咗 Kimberly 嘅進攻壓力啊，夠鏟裝，咁啊翻到嚟，再起上升，咁啊第二次。到頭先，跳，再攞埋個波。咁啊，中拳打中，咁啊做個簡單嘅 TC，再搏埋個升，咁就成功將對手推返去板中啦。咁啊拉距離咧，咁就可以有一個即係有時有回一回子嘅揸機咋。喂，咁啊打中咗對手，再播個簡單 combo， 再level 3，咁啊見到軍佬先我哋鋪啊，咁啊 Kimberly 都係發成角色。你都唔會見到 Kimberly 贏㗎啦。
That's why Lex is Lex, right? Like. I would have cashed out, but I'm sitting in this chair and not on that chair.
And Lex is out there on stage in winners, top 96. But I wonder what Zickles' strategy is at this point. Like he actually got
放棄咗啦佢已經。咁啊放波先，再 rush 嘅下中腳 parry 到佢個反擊，然後就做一個簡單嘅抗反 combo，kick throw， 咁啊慢邊。咁啊，軍佬會唔會有呢個俾人跳入成功咁啊？做個跳入嘅 combo， 再掟炸彈。咁啊，打中咗對身，係嗰個炸彈唔同個拳嘅一齊爆炸。哎呀，甩招！ hit full 打爆對手 parry。咁啊，俾人個 mid Sonic Boom， 到咗個 mid Sonic Boom 之後就做一個大11T combo， 然後就 rush 過嚟攞埋隻啦。咁啊一登好講死嘅話，咪推咗個波死咗。咁啊做個頭嘅啦，坐定炸彈。咁啊想鏟個就失敗咗啊！咁啊俾人但係都係鏟未去到慢邊。咁啊想做個正頭，之後俾阿軍佬跳入，因為軍佬跳過咗之後就做個角反。咁啊有 level 3啊隨時。咁啊呢個痛啊！咁啊個位唔係好靚，所以就做唔到個套嘅埋尾。咁啊記得打到對手之後做個 level 3啦，咁啊得翻一格嘅揸機。咁啊呢場 parry 啦，對手嘅壓制咁啊 pass， 再做一個 rush 攻擊，咁啊跳入 parry， 聽完 jab 到啊，仲要波頭 reset 再搏 level 3啊，咁啊見到嗰個死咗啦呢個。reset 波頭啊，加入個波頭幾難睇嘅，所以啲人都成日會捉。好，咁啊而家見到畫面啦，呢個比賽 PS5啊。
Steps ahead in every bit of that, and I think just Zickles was navigating it all right in terms of the neutral, but Lex's counterpokes, particularly with low forward, the placement of low forward was immaculate. The counterpokes, the defensive reads, all super on point. A super important skill set to have as a Guile player. It's why Guile is able to be played as such this powerhouse defensive character. If you can bring that out of him, suddenly he comes alive.
Exactly, especially in this game where like it feels like you are way more in the benefit if you are on the offense. Like if you have a character or a player that does really well defensively, it's really hard to open them up, especially a Guile player, right? But I've seen other Guiles where they play the opposite, where they're super offensive. And that works in this game still too. But Lex, again, made all the right defensive reads.
Yeah, I think people undervalue defense in this game.
It's hard because you're guessing.
It is hard.
You literally have to guess right every single time, and Lex guessed right every single time. He did not make one wrong decision on defense, actually.
I think the thing about guessing right is people look at 50-50s as a binary choice. You know what's not a binary choice? Checking out Street Fighter Duel. Street Fighter Duel is a mobile game that was released last year. If you haven't heard of it, it's an RPG based on Ultra Street Fighter 4, featuring more than 40 of your favorite characters, such as Ryu, Akuma, Chun-Li, Cammy, and Guile. Enjoy a new mobile twist on a fighting game classic? Head over to your app store to download and play now.
And look at that. We still have World Warriors going on right now. So make sure you go to capcom.us/WW24 for more information on how to register for your locals and rules for your region's events. Your path to Capcom Cup 11 begins right here in the World Warrior.
I love the World Warrior circuit. I think it's one of the coolest things that they did for the Capcom Pro Tour over the years. You can play from the comfort of your own home, and when you're doing that, snacking is even easier. Go ahead and put your egg rolls in. Pagoda Egg Rolls, kind enough to support Capcom Pro Tour. Show them some love. They're kind enough to show us some love. When you're playing World Warrior from your house, you're all cozy, the microwave's right there.
Yeah, heat up the egg rolls. Logan was just talking about their cream cheese ragoons. I didn't even know they had that, but that's a, again, as you mentioned, when you are playing at home, go hit that microwave up. Yeah. Get yourself a snack.
Creature comforts. Hey, life is short. Enjoy it. We'll be back with more Street Fighter really shortly.
The time has come to share with you news that's bleak but sadly true. I'm talking of the fell black blight, a spreading darkness, endless nights.
The environment's changing and the monster population's taken a nosedive.
Blackgrass, rampaging monsters. What do you know of this corruption?
This so-called black mist is actually the black blight. Then there'll most likely be a blighted monster nearby too.
Looks like this whole village has been blighted!
Do we know what the blight is or why it's eating away at the world? No. But we know that it attacked our home, and that it must be destroyed.
The kinship stone commands the might to purify this foul black blight.
And we're gonna stop the black blight!
都係好唔，都係嗰陣
We can befriend monsters easy enough, but other humans.
台下快啊，因為台下好多 off stream 嘅咁啊，on stream 嘅應該得1/3都唔知有冇。咁你諗下5場，啱打咗5場啦，咁就1個鐘。咁啊4個鐘打1場。所以。 但係 Top 96消化到 Top 24咧，要打睇下先，19、2減40，睇下先 Top 96咧咁就有64個人，即係有呢個咩？96有幾多個 winner 咧？有32個 winner， 即係32個 loser，32個 winner，64個 loser， 就200減去到24。 8鳩幾場，係啦咁啊，這就是街霸6。依家係興呢啲，咁啊上個比賽都係 Top 24打到 final， 其實都有啲戇居，因為呢個比賽咧 ECT 咧係 Daigo 有份參與。 搞一個 Beast Cup 咧3打3喺呢個比賽，聽日咧就會睇到個 Beast Cup 先，之後先打呢個比賽。所以 Top 24打到 final 係喺佢哋個世界嚟講好難發生。你頭6個鐘同 Beast Cup 3打3，你6個鐘打呢個 Top 24到 final。
But I think in general, even watching the pools, it feels like everyone is warming up through the weekend.
Yeah.
Play is getting tighter, sets are getting closer. It's been a joy to watch. And I'm looking over, I think that I see Kaba sitting down.
That is Kaba indeed. So we're going to see another guy. We just saw Lex play. Lex just advanced.
Kaba 對呢個 Complex 夠力。
Also, Akuma player, resident Akuma player. I actually know him from Twitter, so I've actually never seen Complex in person before.
It's always fun to come to these events and then put a face to the handle, right?
Right? It's like, and because we're in the Street Fighter 6 era where everybody plays online, like I really only know people's online names, and they're like Zickles. This is the first time I've ever seen Zickles in person.
Yeah.
Zickles.
But yeah, Complex had, my recollection is that it was a pretty close, it was an Akuma mirror to make it out of his pool against the artist formerly known as Joe Umerogan, Thunder.
Yes, Thunder.
Tight set there, but, you know, managed to get the better of it. I wonder how this is going to go now. Akuma having lesser health against Guile can exert so much control on the screen, and I feel like
無鬼對加油位，再一次有軍路。
I feel like Kaba is one that I associate with being more willing to be aggressive and move forward.
Kaba was literally who I was thinking of when I was talking about the aggressive Guile versus like a defensive Guile.
Defensive used to be Dominion. He doesn't play anymore.
你話先，OD 波腳刀成功對到對手嘅空中波嗰度。咁喺個畫面，因為想作腳刀多次，但係今次嘈唔到氣啊！見到個跳躍，有啲曳啊，咁啊跳輕拳啊，個波又係輸入出啦，食咗個腳刀，再對波啊！咁啊，想確反失敗咗啦，咁啊又係對手又確反失敗咗，咁兩邊鬥尷尬情況下咧，紅鬼又成功，跟住就推去板邊，咁啊但係俾手啲攻踢翻出嚟啊，踩波車彈嚟冇過招。咁啊就紅鬼幾多15咯，咧好多跳輕拳，咁啊八鬼插落去啦就推波，喺呢拳打向對手做個簡單嘅 rush combo。
First round on the board.
先攞第一燈啊！
Now, I mean, the bravery to crouch jab after blocking that dive kick too. I mean, it was.
推波，
I don't know if it was as low as it certainly wasn't as low as it could be, but it wasn't.
咁啊，好輕嘅再壓制啦，咁對手就打兩下之後就八鬼飛翻過嚟，咁啊龍出頭頭，成功咗向升，咁啊成功對手推升嘅埋邊啦。咁啊跳波，咁啊下種唔間對啦，打個和，因為下種佢打中個間攤 hit 唔到喺個下種，腳刀啦今次咁啊見到個武器，當然打中俾曬乜都死啊，同埋兩個屈再背 level 3。然後就1比0。我見到都幾一面倒啊！紅鬼場有升到對手嘅前段裝未見過佢有一個出色嘅表現。
Yeah, I mean just clean, complex, obviously looking flustered. The series of jumps all there, all answered, no deviation, no change in like maybe if I do it this way.
中腳咁啊，再個拳頭去做一個屈，對到有嚟壓制啊！推波，下中佢打中再推波，下重嘅打對手有 whip 之後再做一個 TC， 然後再升龍同埋尾，啊再踢咗走之後就放波就變咗小波，咁啊睇佢腳刀俾個八鬼避咗，之後就做個確反啦。波頭吹咗，哎呀，但係有啲即係加得唔夠多咁啊，搏唔到招。咁啊起上 pair 俾人頭已經打爆個 burnout 啦，之後做一個俾 cover 點到之後做一個反擊，咁啊又火呢個火焰光推波，咁啊空波再加埋一跳啊，哇下重拳對空，咁啊有啲心急啊隻紅鬼，咁啊 rush 過去啦，會 impact 啊，唔得啊，俾人用個重腳打中之後，因為重咗 cancel super，所以就見到對手 impact 咧就食到個 level 人，波頭俾人避咗。波餅腳刀打空嘅，我俾人有個大家確反啦。屌啊！真係跳到個步啱啱好多時間喎。咁啊，食咗個下中場分啲七下之後，就做一個要嘅黑毛啦。再咁啊，有呢個火波咧，就可以做一個一嘢幫到個 short bomb 俾你。控到成功，咁啊仍然將對手運動因為到 take 4俾對手搞打，咁啊有個重腳去做一個壓制，咁因為拉重腳幾有遠又快咧，幾上夠，但咁啊殺唔死，但係都差唔多啦。咁啊等到個波又俾紅鬼埋身啦，咁啊 back 咗啦，呢個反波球見到係有利嘅。爭啲 cut 到對手嘅攻擊打空，打中啊！唔俾 level 3，得唔得？唔得啊！慳氣會死嘅你嘅，應該唔俾 level 3啲嘢。
Was not able to find the finish line for any of the opportunities that they landed themselves.
Yeah, very unfortunate for Complex. Like, it's funny because he was able to find the opening, but when you're playing at such a high level, like you really cannot give your opponent another opportunity to live, and then you have to force another decision made to seal the round. And Kaba has made the correct decision every single time.
Yeah, I talk about the highest level of Street Fighter. I call it a game of inches. It's all about that. The higher tier of competition you get, the more and more small decisions and small optimizations matter. It's really easy to fall into the rabbit hole as a newer player, burgeoning competitor, to get really bogged down in optimizing things. But where it really becomes important is when you start to get at that point. Kaba had all those optimizations on point, and Complex, I think, was struggling to get the best of what should have been the more foundational part of his game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like he started understanding how to get his way into by baiting so many of those flash kicks. Yeah. But it's like you really need to capitalize and I want to say sequence, but really have your routes down to make sure that again you have the opportunity.
即係講完阿 Daigo 啦，即刻見到 Daigo 又係 Kimberly 搞笑角色換。呢個已經唔知佢想唔想贏啦，想贏就唔可以接球。就圍繞日本人啦呢個比賽嘅 Daigo 係啊伊達神。
What a match already! And this is just
Daigo 豪鬼啦，咁豪鬼嘅，即係呢個比賽已經話近住戇鳩到豪鬼就戇鳩兩次。
We're gonna see one of New York's
但係見到考下打幾好，我唔係好明。
Kimberly, resident Kimberly player, maybe Chun, and then we see Daigo, man himself, all the way from Japan, and we also have Beast Cup coming from Daigo, the 3v3, which he entered himself, partnered up with Kaba and Louis Man.
Oh God, what a team!
It's gonna be the Dominicans plus Daigo. Interesting team.
Yeah, so Shine, obviously the reigning ECT champion, having taken it last year. I wonder what the character choice into Akuma is going to be. I don't know.
You think he's going to go Chun?
I personally feel like that might be a better matchup. You know, obviously one of Kimberly's weaknesses doesn't have a DP, so I feel like she could get really abused by air fireball unless there's an element of like using run and getting underneath and trying to deal with air fireball horizontally rather than vertically. Chun having a DP, and I feel like Chun has some anti-fireball tools.
Yeah.
But at that point, now you're leaning much more into a neutral focus game. It is going to be Chun.
Yeah, I mean, this is coming from Shine, so definitely one of the strongest players coming from New York. He has the fundamentals. He's been playing Street Fighter for so long, and he's always been a very solid player.
Yeah, I mean, even his Kimberly is solid. I look at his Kimberly. He doesn't play Kimberly like she's this super sequence-heavy setup, mix-up character. He plays her neutral as though it is a strong part of her game.
Yeah, like when you watch Shine play, when he is playing through, he does a lot of stand medium takes and tries to get some conversions off that. But we're not going to see the Kimberly. We are going to see the Chun.
咁啊，扮腳扮空氣之後，俾阿 Daigo 做一個 head jab 嘅法 combo。OD 波打裝咁啊，可以做個 rush 嘅 combo。咁啊，見到板邊有旋風腳拉重嘅，死咗，無限攻啊！呢個，如果 Daigo 殺嘅話就死咗，唔殺嘅話就流氣。但係見到個內容基本上都係即出嚟冇打過機。
What a strong start coming from Daigo. Let's see if Shine kind of.
咁啊，輕人打中啦，咁啊做個 rush 嘅簡單 combo， 做個埋身嘅頭攻擊，咁啊 follow 咗開始。咁啊用個 rush 就做一個有力壓制啦，咁啊見到板邊係俾人打 ，Daigo 啊出名俾人12打。咁啊開始推翻個波啦，咁啊要因為推翻出去，如果唔係板邊嗰度受罪。踢到上天，咁啊可以 rush 過做 combo 啊，旋風腳。到翻你喺板邊啦，咁啊呢個血量其實出嚟2套就死咗，呢一套嚟嘅，呢個有 level 3。咁啊，對手用個頭攻擊打爆對手防守啦，咁啊開始 follow Shimmy 咁啊死咗咯，咁啊level 3都唔使俾，睇到簡單 combo 死咗，咁啊見到呢個就 Capcom 板邊咧好絕對，除非你真係估啱咪打個和啦，即係最多係推翻少少。估錯就喺板邊人球嘅，掃中嗰對手嘅眼中嘅打空啦，之後做咗個壓制，俾手擋咗，咁啊做個放波之後再從佢度敲咁樣就睇下敲中咗就可以博招，咁啊 T.C 打中，跟住之後就做一個 rush 嘅壓制，第二次咁啊見到 confirm 幾好啊，呢個時間全部有時間 confirm 咪見到啦，俾晒level 1，咁啊豪威 level 大啲嘅，所以就。扎到。Daigo 嘅 match con 啊。放波先 ，OD 波打翻對手轉頭，再射個波。打中但係冇 confirm 到，佢 parry 到對手嘅反擊，就做一個反波拳推埋出，攻擊，但係對手唔識。打中佢打中咁啊，俾阿 Shine 做一個推翻出去嘅 combo 啦。咁啊，想再用頭攻擊壓制得唔得啊？要level 1。唉，唔使升都搞掂，因為 rush 可以 cancel， 可以擋一，可以 cancel 其他嘅 move。咁啊，八鬼打咗對手嘅放魔硬直，然後做個簡單嘅板邊 combo， 然後就2-0成功擊到對手。Daigo 晉級，升，未翻返起身啊！
Wow, that was a tough draw for Shine.
Yeah. Having to play against Daigo.
Having to play against Daigo. Daigo in fantastic form in that set.
幾犀利啊 ！Daigo
瞓醒咗啦。I do think was the right one. 都係。But it just was not in the position to deal with the ground game and the way that I think. And Daigo, I think was much more willing to walk forward, engage in footsies, rather than playing a fireball game. So the anti-fireball tools a little bit less important than they might have been. It was really about their spacing.
Yeah.
And Daigo just outspaced Shine. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, like he had neutral understood so well that even though he whiffed that single low forward, he only whiffed one, but the other ones clipped him. Like a lot of times when someone is approaching, go all the time. So and Daigo he switched up from low forward into the fierce. So now like when Shine was trying to walk back, I feel, so he kind of walked himself back into the corner because he's trying to whip punish the low forwards. And Daigo was like, okay, if you're going to try to whip punish my low forward, I'm going to walk forward and do a fierce instead, and you're going to get into block stun instead of me whiffing it. So Shine was just stuck in the corner for a long time.
It's a tough trap you can fall in, I feel, as a Chun-Li player. We have Itabashi, Zangief versus Ludovic sitting down now.
Let's go, Lud. I haven't seen Lud in so long, and I'm pretty sure Lud, resident Chun-Li player, like one of the best Chun-Li players from the U.S., probably is playing Chun again, and we all know Itabashi, Zangief, is going to be playing some Zangief.
It's in the name. Now, I did not notice Ita's on stick yesterday. There is some...
What's going on there?
Some ergonomic choices have been made.
I see there are 3 buttons that are leaned towards there.
It looks like there's a little, like... almost a little hill there.
Yeah.
And it seems like the idea is like it's like a hand
palm. Yeah. It's like a mouse.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
3 buttons instead.
I love all the experimentation we see with peripherals nowadays.
Yeah, there are so many different crazy sticks out there, and like it's cool to see because back in the day, all you really had was your arcade stick and maybe a pad every now and then.
Right.
Now everyone uses different sort of pads, aftermarket, and there's aftermarket sticks and like custom-made sticks.
Yeah, we have custom-made sticks literally on site here today.
Oh,
你
yeah,
檢討下點解你要輸啊？輸 King
it's
不
because
如
there's
真
so many
係
like
我真係覺得
people want
你
a
檢
parry
討
button
下，
now, people want a DI button.
Yeah.
隻隻都可以輸
People are
，King 不如
trying
真
to
係唔
figure
可以
out
輸。
any small way that they can give themselves an advantage. That is how
哇，下中腳撩啦，我見到啦，咁啊用呢個下中腳啊、立中拳啊，
I feel okay.
喺度係因為會重拳，跟住之後中拳之後咧諗兩下重拳嘅，因為咁啊打對手等於打空之後埋牆，做一個壓制啦，頭錘打中，再嚟一個孖拳，俾上升，跟住俾人揾到之後做一個吞下，跟住做一個反擊，然後死啦。
It's very scary. I mean, that applies for every character in this game, right? It's like the matchup that Zangief really has to be concerned about.
跟佢打中，咁啊一開波就屈咗過嚟做壓制。
Like I think once
重拳
he
敲
is in on you and is able to be in that headbutt range, matchup is kind of all the same.
Yeah, so Chun-Li's job in this matchup
就
then is to
敲
ensure that she is never on the back foot.
再敲咁啊睇下每一個重拳都
Even when
睇
you're
個未
being
來，
the
睇出個
aggressor,
希
right?
望
Like she。doesn't have the real throw loop, so you're not going to try to overextend. You're always worried
一
about
聽佢
like
打
a
中，
turn
咁
reversal
啊
after your
推
level
埋牆啦。
3 once that
有 level 3啦，其實呢個位其實你需要有第一定要好大
the
喎，因為
game
有 level 3嘅衰完佬咧，要即係即使你唔衰完佬唔用 level 3而一登咧，即係代表佢咁啊 level 2咗 level 1啦，
To level 2,
跟住3 MP level 1。
full animation note.
我唔使，求其一個重腳 combo 食。咁啊，蘇記冇 OD 馬拳3個拳咧就佢冇得用拳腳插完 level 3。
Okay. Yeah, because I know they
咁啊必
actually
須
made
咁啊
a
可以
buff
打你
where,
可以而家
you
你
know,
可以
it
打。
used to be hell stab, which is a really difficult, like, it's a weird movement going
喂
from
就好似
level
日
2
到
hell, like, hell stab into level 1, but I guess
Nah,
she was
yeah,
also in the
no,
corner, so he didn't have to go for that hard combo anyways. But they gave him a medium punch buff where he doesn't have to go for the hell
中拳
stab.
打得中，跟住之後再用個立中拳喺度大三百，因為
baits out a
佢
punch
要
from Lud and finds the whiff
因為
punish.
佢要
Now, walking back to the corner
因
again.
為嗰個大
This
三
is
百
going
而家
to
有
be
啲
the
拳
story
腳咧
of
永遠都係
every
衰
Chun
到
on
對
stream
面，
today that
即
they walk
係如果對
themselves
手
into
係
the
即
corner.
係
Because really,
想
when
吸
you're
翻
trying
佢
to
轉
play
頭
the neutral,
係
you're
冇乜可
looking
能。
for whiff punish, but
咁啊，屈嘅壓制打中對手，俾晒所有資源，但係殺唔死啊！進入到去咁啊，出嚟飛到自己啊啲嘢，但係出嚟成功發翻到咁啊，係㗎，啲飛到但睇到好多嘢有少少反射，咁啊入咗一個
But
Mac
it's
Con
not a
啊
shoot。 block stream if you go for the HK legs, right?
Yeah, no, there is a gap there. So, you know, making a calculated choice, but ending up unfortunately in a spot where you're still going to get
Đi phản từ
caught
sai
out.
cũng
Drive
ghét.
reversal and
咁啊，輕
response
中
to
拳
the
打中就
rush.
敗力㗎。
Low checks.
Oh man, no confirm.
Conversion.
咁啊，咁大三百打中，但係
We didn't
啱
cancel
啱
with
應
the
該去播
stance.
嗰
That
個
would
係
have been
咪
a
流
great
水？
spot.
咁啊喺度批啦，係。
Maybe because it hit a little weird.
誒打中咗啦，後中拳之後就做一個推板面，1、2、3、4。
trying to push
雖
Ibashi
然
into
好
the
呢個
corner.
擋到攻擊之後做個中傳去反擊，
This is an okay spot
中
now.
傳敲中咗啦，咁就落單咗，
Is
再
your
敲
drive gauge is so low.
再
Zangief
敲，
does such a good
見
job
到
of specifically targeting your drive
強
gauge.
勁嘅敲
But is
敲
still
門。
surrendering so much space back almost at the
咁啊，
corner.
如果對手放魔都可以用個敲嘅，因為有敲嘛。
Ibashi is just so many fierces you're
咁啊，
taking
晚
right
邊
now.
啦喎，見到
So
誒
much
中
of
大
it
三
really
巴，
hard. That is
咁
a
啊
punish
唔捉
counter.
觀音
So,
像，
yep, that headbutt was definitely
咁
gonna
啊
take
買
it.
個秒啦，死
Stun
啦！
corner.
一、
Lud just had
二、
to
三、
correct the super there, but it
四、
wasn't. So
五、六、
this is
七，
gonna take it with
死
the
啦！
level 3.
Yeah, just a super clean performance from Itabashi Zangief. Like we were saying,
冇得開level 3
keep the
嘅，
game in
佢
neutral
冇
and
搏，
win
即係你
neutral.
冇你 burn out 咗搏唔
Itabashi
到。
had a better neutral game there. Not dissimilar to the Daigo match that we just
之前嘅就係咁
It
勁，
came
嗰個
down
中
to
傳先戇
spacing.
鳩，
Their
狂撳
spacing
冇
was
出嚟
better.
唔上。
Yeah, and like Itabashi, like it's funny because it's not like Eve has the best movement, right? Like he kind of knee hops around, or he'll try to drive rush in. And Itabashi switched up his options, like ending drive rush early just to stop the check coming in from Lud, and then whiff punishing that. And I saw a lot of whiff punishes with the stand short too.
Yeah, and I suppose there's something to be said that, you know, Chun-Li had that change to her back walk speed going into year 2. It's entirely possible that her year 1 back walk speed, she may have been able to easily get herself into an advantageous position to start really setting up her neutral game compared to there. That
如果
difference,
level 而家 level 1殺到咧，
the delta
咁
between
佢 level 而家 level 1咧
because
就
she was
佢
slower
又可以
may
level 2
well
之後
have
咧
been
嗰
a
一
difference
拳
maker.
嗰個重腳
Yeah, and
可以攞
like,
少少氣。
Ibashi actually didn't throw out
我
any
應該都
sweeps,
冇
like
乜
trying to
必要。
catch Lud, trying to walk back. But you did see Lud get clipped a couple times with like the crouch low forward, or it was like short sometimes too, the crouching short, just slowly clipping away at Lud's health.
Yeah, it's not even necessarily about getting clipped walking back. It's about ending up, I think, in a space where you feel confident trying to set up for a whiff punish. And like the fact that you have to walk
好啦，下個
farther and
逼
longer
隊
now
呢
to
個
do
係
that,
嗰隻
distance comes a
Lily 又
little
翻嚟
slower.
喎，打逼
It's
不
not
咁
easy,
啊
and it
贏咗
can
24
feel
嘅。
really scary, especially with Zangief as he exists
24
Yeah,
right
you're trying to
Capcom
escape
live,
his pressure.
Right. Slow as molasses. It's like when you have that dream where you're trying to run, but you're slow for seemingly no reason.
I have never had that dream.
You've never had
I,
that?
I,
Rush
I,
it
I think when I run in my
Lily.
dreams, I'm like lightning fast.
日日都係個 OB 撞。
Because I want to be.
I think you're better adjusted than me is what I'm taking away from that.
Because it's your dream. You can determine however you want it to end.
Good for you.
Right?
I used to be able to lucid dream. I can't anymore. Sitting down now, Big Bird and El Chakotay, Lily versus Rashid.
Yep. Big Bird, huge household name of Street Fighter 6 and Street
踢
Fighter 5. We've
風
known
踢
him
風
to play
咁
so many
啊
characters.
，keep 住踢風咧，咁就可以令到嗰
Definitely
個
he has been making waves
即係令到
with
對
his
手同
Rashid.
到風。咁啊，數據掃中咗對手啦，咁就唔俾對手套風啦。但係已經有兩格風係13格啦，其實可以撞喺呢個。有撞下先，對手 D 反俾到有壓制。咁啊，想咁避咗個撞跟住之後就做一個 跳入後成功轉頭打翻對手轉頭之後就做 rush 過去，其實俾第啲猶豫，確反啦呢個痛啊呢個。咁啊挑就係俾對手喺後嘅一避先。咁啊打爛咗個 jab，然後就因為咁啊 level 2啊，咁啊呢年冇氣流咧，咁就要硬估喺度，所以擋死嘅嚟嘅。
I mean, yeah, it's checkmate. That chip damage is coming.
咁啊見到嗰種屈幾勁 ，rush 過去對手唔食，咁啊做個 take fall， 咁啊俾對手咁啊投對手板邊啦 ，perfect parry 到個撞，然後就做個反擊。咁啊安跳，
I don't think we'll see another level 2 in this round.
I don't imagine so.
踢風啦，咁啊自己應球，咁啊呢個位其實雖然係安全，但係對手要估嘅，但係不利對手要估一個打頭陣。我中段打一中，咁啊做最簡單嘅 set 啦，講多啲反，咁啊死咗啦呢個，冇智星冇錯。
Just like that, almost had the bar for level 2, but didn't need to do it.
第一燈都好啲嚟，真係
on cash out in the corner when they really want to commit drive gauge. I feel like they do such a good job of just deleting your health.
咁啊撞中咗對手，可以做個 rush 嚟，咁啊話識嘅解頭，對手冇統擊咧就會食呢個飛腳，但係對手有統擊，冇夠攻擊就冇食。咁啊再有壓制啦，咁啊之後就做一個頭攻擊。 咁啊有風嘅做一個壓制，咁啊反邊咧就基本上 full load 呢條係邊流壓制，有三個套餐解決，咁啊殺到嘅就呢個，睇佢咁啊再前中拳再中轉再 level 1整咗啦，反邊呢個屈機套餐，佢個級唔夠長咧攞到好多氣，所以見到 即係其實呢個 combo 用咗半格嘅超必殺技班就可以做到。咁啊，打對手就做個 OD 撞埋尾，打下段俾對手等想就總擊打俾對手，但係因為佢哋關係咧，咁啊波拳攞法，然後就腰式，咁啊打到個先面，咁啊呢個同時冇分別嘅嚟㗎。讀中段俾對手攞到之後就反擊 ，parry 到個下段啲勇敢喎，咁啊 level 2又想開 level 2，但係又好似有啲位唔到，咁啊又俾人波頭啊，波頭檔真係睇緊俾人波頭成功咁樣波死咗對手，咁啊逼咗入咗黑頭。我記得啊，我記得冇佢。呢度喺日本打 SF6，而家練緊隻 F。
I want to believe that was a calculated choice.
Well, I mean, if you're waking up tap parry and you do get the perfect, that has to be calculated because there's a slight delay. You know, it's not just like a wake up. So I do fully believe that perfect parry and tap parry in that situation.
Yeah, it's just empty jump. Empty jump, like that's the thing that gets me.
Yeah,
is because I look at empty jump in situations like that as like, okay, the goal of empty jump
is to bait out the parry,
is to bait out the parry, and to alter the way that you're approaching that defensive choice and have it work out for you that way. Bringing in layer 2 like that, I talked about Game of Inches, that's where you start to see those other weird minor optimizations that are the difference maker between Top 96 and Top 24.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Big Bird just got second at Evo, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's got that level, you know, he has that decision making on defense and on offense, and all those drive rush overheads connected.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the overheads were blocked.
Yeah, maybe one, but I think overwhelmingly, yeah, just the offense.
Tino 對雕球又係日本嘅美國打晒。
Okay, so we're going to see another Rashid matchup versus Tino, who we just saw play earlier, Dawson versus Brutus. So this is going to be interesting to see Rashid versus Dawson because this has been historically a bad matchup for Dawson.
Sure.
But Eagle Spike works differently in this game. So I think, well, I think I just know this is not as bad as it was in Street Fighter V.
Yeah, but not being as bad in 5 is not the same thing as being good.
That's true.
And I think in general, I'm of the opinion that I think bad matchups in this game are not as polarizing as bad matchups in some previous Street Fighter titles have been.
There really is no like 7-3
yeah, I was
about
to say, I was like, is there a single 7-3 matchup in this game?
I don't think so. I mean, Geef players might think differently. Maybe they think Dawson Geef is 7-3.
Yeah. I think year 1 Sim JP was really bad for JP.
Okay, that could make sense too. Yeah.
But even that I think might have only been like 6.4 or 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Not rightly sure.
Yeah, I mean, like the meta in this game, there's so many different tools. Like Drive Rush just changes the game for you.
Oh yeah.
Like it's the fact that every character has access to Drive Rush and Drive Meter, it negates terrible matchup. It gives you a tool to fix whatever that discrepancy might be within the matchup.
So I'm going to be intrigued to see how Tino approaches what is going to be a very different pace of game compared to the Zangief from Brutus.
原嚟即係阻止唔到你衝埋嚟嘅。咁啊，挑起好中意一開波又 watch 中拳再閃轉，呢個即係好似好似嚟打比賽就需要。咁啊，板邊嘅做人 set 啦，再做個安跳，再做個有利壓制 ，take full。講多啲反咁死咗啦，見到咧，但係Tino係好似好肉低點再重轉，咁啊再做個跳攻擊壓制，咁啊再頭攻擊咁見到單旋喐肉，因為對佢就係基本上單旋咁嚟，俾人咁嚟跳咁啊，因為空中嘅關係咧，咁就轉咗個中國之後再腰擊，應該打中就係板邊進行 set 啦。唔係呢個畫面嘅，呢個對戰咧，其實喺將個 mon zoom 去最左邊咧，你就可以㗎啦，因為長期都係板邊嘅嘢，咁啊前中條再腰擊再level 3，唔係咁似當時用咗一種對手一其他去進步。
It does. And it was almost a double perfect at that point.
One game up for Dual Kevin.
咁啊，空中放火啦，唔好俾人埋身啦，因為埋身就死啦。俾人埋身咧就唯一嘅生存之道。我有啲高啊，咁就身體 hit 到好咧都俾Washington反。咁啊，版邊係咁用呢個拳㗎，就咁我見到呢個畫面啦，呢個對佢咧就將個畫面擺喺最左邊就夠。死啦又，我打個 Simi 咁啊，成功打中咗，咪即係想做 Simi 就起上 parry， 打埋佢上 parry。又係起上膊頭，咁樣揾佢上膊頭就做個出版邊嘅 combo。好耐冇見過 combo 啦，好似而家好少人出現。都幾 freestyle 嘅啫，阿 Q 咁啊，斬殺線㗎啦喺度，同埋因為有呢個喂，波拳打中咁應該條死嘅，因為波拳打中係輕擊起動咧就攻擊唔到高，一打到下段但係變咗 parry 避咗，頭攻擊咁就下面你上 level 2 level 3啦應該。面完全冇得打嘅。
Truly, I mean, like at that point, he didn't have to commit to anything. He did not have to overextend. He could have just waited and made the right decision.
北美啊，好似話唔係 top 3嘅啊
，Tino really just
即係
top 3 had everything that he needed in order to deal with the control of the table. We saw, I mean, it's the exact opposite in terms of pace and matchup from what we saw in Tino's first game. And when you give them the opportunity to start to bob and weave, really pick their spots on the screen, give them the breathing room to be really selective with their choice, they were fantastic. But Rashid is not a character who's going to let you do that. And Dual Kevin's not a player who's going to just let you dictate how the pace of the match is going to be played out. So the net result of all of that is, yeah, sorry, the thing that you're best at isn't going to be part of the game today.
Yeah, no, not at all. And especially in a game where like they give you tools like Drive Rush to kind of close the gap against characters, it definitely works against Dhalsim. But Kevin was just like, you could see Tino, he did try to adjust. So in the beginning, in the first round, he got hit by the immediate start round Drive Rush, and in the second round he started off with his one button and it did clip Kevin, but that was the only hit he got that round, and it almost became a double perfect because after he got that hit he did try to up back, tried to float away, and Kevin just read it. He literally just ran forward, jumped forward, did the air-to-air short, got the conversion, put him in the corner, and then it's a rinse and repeat cycle when you have Dhalsim in the corner as Rashid.
I think there's something to be said. Dhalsim is a character that I think across multiple titles takes a lot of time to really optimize and figure out. The tail end of Street Fighter V Dhalsim, he had some really nasty mix-ups and the ability to really pressure you. I really know that I have seen a Dhalsim player in Street Fighter who has been able to implement something like that and start to play the aggressive side of the engine of Street Fighter. And so even in a spot like that, you call out where you find that jab to check the drive rush around start and it starts to be your turn, the tendency is still going to be to try to get back to that more neutral focused game because the tech just hasn't been developed for the Dhalsim players to start bringing out all of the tricky stuff and making us say zoner, by the way.
It's really up to like the enthusiasts. It's up to all you Dhalsim players out there to start figuring out. Actually, Louis Man is here. I'm pretty sure Louis Man is in top 96. He's one of those Dhalsims I feel like have a really, really good mix between playing defensive and offensively. It might just be, I don't want to say it, but it might be like the style of the Dominican Republic. Like they're kind of like highly aggressive. As we mentioned, as we saw earlier, Cabo doesn't really play 100% defensive style. He is down to slug it out with you in the neutral with normals outside of Sonic Booms. And I feel like Louis Man kind of has that too. Like he'll mix it up with a dive to take the pressure on it. And I think that would have worked out much better in this matchup since you are not going to win in the neutral against Kevin, not just player to player, but as a character situation. So you kind of have to switch it up and go on the offense as well something.
Every inch you gave became a mile. So you have to start taking some inches of your own and claiming that space and doing something more active. Being a passive defensive player in that space against that combination player character. Just simply not going to work.
Yeah, so unfortunately, that was winner still though, right? So
I believe so.
Tino is going to go down into losers, and Kevin is going to advance through winners.
Yeah, I think Dual Kevin often a shortlist candidate to make it really far in tournaments.
Yeah, I do know that all the Midwest is cheering for Dual Kevin because if he is to win this and he is to qualify, that means the World Warrior out in Midwest. Right now he's #1 spot for points. That means he automatically qualifies, and then 2 more slots will open up for the World Warrior Midwest.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes these premier events super fascinating to me is the way that these the results of these, like any person getting a dub can drastically change up what a World Warrior leaderboard looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of like what the West Coast is going for too. You know, we have like JV, we have Nephew. We're hoping that they qualify in their own way, so it kind of opens up more slots on the West Coast for more West Coast players to represent.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably lucky Punk won real quick. Otherwise, World Warrior East would have been a really weird conversation.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. East Coast is so strong in Street Fighter 6, seriously. So, you guys, there's a lot of heavy hitters out there.
One of them sitting down now. We have Boost on the player 2 side playing against Picaro. I do imagine this is winner's side as well.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because we saw
and this was a match that I'm pretty looking forward to because we did see Picaro just play against another Ken, but Boost he's a newer player, but he plays like an OG. He is very fundamentally strong. Look at that trade off the long ball. And check on the drive rush. Again, this is what I mean. Like, he was an online player, and a lot of times when online kind of transitions to offline, they don't get the same performance. But I think Boost actually upped his performance offline.
Well, that style, right? Even with the fantastic netcode we have. And
this game is incredibly
online. There is a different experience in the flesh, in the analog, with the person sitting next to you. And if you have a reactionary style like we're seeing out of Boost, it can really come alive there. Shimmy works out for Picaro, though, having the life lead now, going in, up back for Boost.
Yeah. Nice up back just to escape the shimmy there. And nice check with the wake up jab. Boost tried to delay the jab. Didn't catch Picaro, though. And Picaro has been playing so solid.
Yeah, and playing really slow, right? Boost going to that fireball, but I think Boost is a little better equipped the previous Ken that we unfortunately saw into this, recognizing the anti-fireball tools.
Yeah, like I think Boost did try to bait out the up ball, or he did try to go for the shimmy, but the up ball actually caught the back dash coming from Boost. But that was an incredible finish on with medium punch. With the TOP96.
Oh, and that's crazy too.
係嘛？然喺版邊度受苦啊嘛 ，OD 不一裝但係唔開必殺技啊嘛，咁啊再做個 Shimmy 咁啊對手契單食㗎，慳翻我哋個1，先攞第一燈啊隻 Bank 啊。
I think it's just like a lot of the opportunities that Boost was getting.
數據啦，但係冇確反啊嘛，原來如果冇確反都幾戇居，因為如果你唔確反就咁數嘅，咁就 take 4佢 Bank 計到突其實，咁啊又飛過啦，今次打前啦，咁啊對手呢個擋咗會擋咗有利，幾勁呢條，但係我見得有但係如果你個食對好勁，即係嗰啲對攻架全面嗰啲咧就。都幾易打翻落嚟，咁咪俾嬲咗啦。呢次嘅 impact 毫不猶豫啊，咁就應該俾個 level 2死，但係俾唔俾咧？
You know, like because at this point when there was such a huge life deficit between Boost and Picaro, I don't know if he wanted to spend the level 1 to get out of to get out of the situation. At this point, you might like look at it and say, "Oh, I want to keep my meter, keep my level 3, and make it down to the final round. We're gonna reset the health."
Yeah, I mean that's a really compelling point, right? And it's all of these small optimizations.
咁啊，一開波拍落去啦，睇下會呢個拍咧就有啲收獎咁啊。如果你唔係 catch 就唔會做，但係拍完之後可以排身。咁啊，吹攻擊 level 2，撞前後前後，咦唔係跌落地，咁啊慳翻。咁啊，公仔喺度啦，咁啊，如果你想起上下中腳啊，咁啊，如果對手 Shimmy 或者呢個 Shimmy 就會食咁啊，都顧眼真嚟㗎。再 Watch 嘅 delay 下中拳打對手之後就諗住壓制，但係俾人打斷頭啊咁啊，做個因為 level 2嘅關係啦，冇升大少少，因為可以派上攻擊。之後就對望睇下做啲咩啦。下中就 Rush 俾人升咁啊版面啦，咁啊呢個位就要反應測試啦。咁啊見到 O D 順雷㗎，咁就你而家下段嚟嘅，咁就可以中段可以下段啦。
I like the adaptation of Boost because when you saw him play earlier, he has been consistently doing like whether it was crouch strong or low forward drive rush, he would do a delayed light. And Picaro was comfortable blocking it the whole time. So that very last interaction, instead of going with the light, he went with a more active button, the crouch strong, and it actually put Picaro.
好啲撞中，咁啊下上呢個咧唔係要嘅，有啲人用嗰個咩跳中拳再撞勁啲，因為個屋企靚啲啊，升完之後你見到好遠啊嘛，嗰個撞力，咁啊解頭成功。
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more heavies because Picaro was doing a lot of
睇下人哋跳喺度彈一彈下啦，咁啊啲對手咁啱飛過嚟就好啦。不過見啲 Cammy 用嗰個飛腳咧，其實我覺得係驚。喺中佢打中 PC 推埋牆，
That far away shimmy.
好嘅。
That's the wild part. I was like, he was in another zip
哇！
code.
空中上上嚟嘅，哇！呢個幾勁，但係你15蚊。因為俾阿 Ben 跳翻出嚟啊，做個無邊 combo， 木膊頭打中，咁啊空對空成功，到做一個簡單 combo 攞彈啊，咁啊 parry， 咁啊撞，但係撞空氣，然後就俾阿 Ken 打翻場，不過未死嘅呢個 level 要等咩避嘅，就係我覺得唔好得避，升唔升嘅呢個。咁啊擋咗個跳，哇！咁打機又真係俾你打中喎，呢個升壓起上。我覺得係咁拖仔嘅，冇理由。
That is an any walker move, yes, 100%. The walk up delayed ODD.
咁啊，下中人打咗個對手嘅衝埋嚟嗰下，再做個旋風腳埋尾咁啊，推。
This is different type of confidence level right now.
Absolutely, jab taking the turn after the up back ball.
而家
Dominant Pico doesn't want to follow this out. Yes, manages to get out of the corner, but all these blocks back, bad baggage, being specifically targeted,
應該冇事嘅。咁啊，跟住個波行啦，咁啊對手就擋咗。咁啊，又用個 rolling 波做嗰啲可以做咩濕同埋又咁啊，破翻唔到話青嘅行咁啊，電腦打到個 Shimmy， 再鏡公仔，呢個 ban 到隻公仔黃句，不過問題對手都係解決到嘅。點解出嚟？但係俾人跳翻入去。level 1做個壓制，俾人對手用，咪即係已經係到壓制對手 level 1打翻走，幾好反應喎。咁啊勾煙皮啦，睇下會唔會有奇蹟出現。冇對空啊，係冇嘅。咁啊攻擊，我帶個對手。有冇對空啊？哇！嗰個大大嚟㗎呢個。咁啊，等翻先啦，入咗。唔係呢個好勁嘅呢個，踢中咧吹啊就加無限。咁啊，對手 burn out 咗，但係，哎呀，俾人 rolling 波打到背脊，咁啊見到呢個，你聽解決佢呢招咧又都幾好。仍然都係啊 Bruce 嘅 match point 啊。
Yeah, Rainbow Ball is one of those special moves that really
咁啊，中場有啲對手啦，但係冇得 rush 啦，咁啊，中場真係中場嘅啫，冇有做。咁啊 ，can hit 同埋搏升。打中對手。冇對空啊，冇嘅，就下中佢打中，撩中之後做個換邊，咁啊總順利腳啦，咁啊順便推對手埋牆啦。會唔會 watch 啊 ？watch 咁啊重拳喺度敲。下中佢打中，咁啊再咧放2，然後就換邊嚟就。哇！有啲想做個咩失敗，即係操作失敗。打中對手，搏埋個升埋尾，咁啊自己 impact 打埋落去啊，因為 burnout 嘅關係咧，就走唔甩，啲人又死啦。
Unfortunate for him, but Boost super clean play, and you could see the adaptation in the end where he started.
RTS 我諗係呢個
like he's punished it twice with 2 different punishes, and he was just so ready for it.
即係 AOC 嗰啲。
The crazy hard reads that Boost was making in that set.
聽過咧可以打完之後唔係身嘅，唔係物像咧，有時又冇緊。
He had squatters' rights on that entire property. That was it. It was just living rent free.
Yeah.
And on top of that, just the incredibly strong neutral game. I mean, Picaro, no slouch. That was 2-0. That was far closer than a 2-0 would have to be. That's like 2-0, but it was close, but like without a smidge of irony.
Yeah, like unfortunately, like Picaro, he played it so strong, especially in the first game. But I feel like Boost is able to he's like, okay, I see that you like doing a lot of up balls or air balls at this point. He started changing the timing on when he would punish it because he did lose that first round because he did, he blocked one and tried to press some buttons after that and got counter hit. Right. So he's like, instead of trying to block these OD balls, I'm going to start punishing you in the air for doing it.
And it's a really hard call. But, I mean, in a lot of those spots when up-back ball is being used defensively, it's probably in a position where you already have some initiative. Mm-hmm. So you have some frame advantage that you can play with to do some of these bigger choices. And it's really about whether then the Blanca player recognizes that and starts taking that turn back. Because now you need to start cycling back in, wake up jab. And it's like, no, you actually do need to keep this off. We were at that point where we got off the reservation of playing by the rules of frame advantage, and it was the responsibility of Picaro on Blanca to get them back on track, and it just didn't happen. A stellar performance.
Yeah, incredible performance from Boost, and he does move on, so congratulations to him. Picaro
did
losers, but again, still able to make it through losers if he keeps up that Blanca play.
And I am hearing we have one more match for y'all before we cut to a break and swap teams.
Oh, and this is going to be a good one, too.
Yeah?
So I can see it's Fatality versus Jay B. So we saw fatality earlier against. Were you commentating that match against Zaf? Yeah,
I was, and Zaf's the homie, so that hurt.
Yeah, that level 3 coming out. Just super clutch coming from fatalities, and that was literally the only way he could win, and he was able to execute it. Where a lot of people stumble, you know, when they're like, I have to hit this level 3. A lot of times they mess up their execution, but not for fatality. And then obviously there's JB, who we saw earlier. Just what else do I have to say about JB, you know?
Right. I mean, it is what it is. Bulldoze through. Hopefully, Fatality is going to be able to meet the intensity that could be coming his way. DJ, obviously, pretty well equipped to try to control that mid-range, really dominant in those spots. DI, an important thing to represent against him. So we're going to have to see a very different flavor of matchup than when we saw Fatality play earlier, because obviously that was... what I was going to say is Fatality's counterpoke timing
踢風咁咪兜住佢用嘅，喺度輸面之後就做個簡單 combo， 兩個下上喺度，頭跳，唔緊要咁啊 DJ 係嘛到對手，咁啊 PC 打中，哎呀呢個下上擺得唔好啊，然後就俾人打斷，咁啊 PC 嘅紅嘅，想再用個中段打中，但係點知俾對手識中，哇馬一場啊！哇呢個 jab 真係100萬嘅 jab。成功打中，即係點解會死嘅？咁咪就係俾人打，真係俾人揼死。哇！講 block 聲嘅，又係鳩佬嘅極致。唔係我腳係咁樣撩佢手啦，雖然睇佢老母回啦，都幾快。統擊啊版邊，咁啊 DJ 個前頭加最多。咁啊 DJ 識呢個 JB 呢個係識解頭。咁啊唔衝埋去，因為想同我開 level 2啊。咁啊好想用個 level 2打到見到咧，到時啊范卡提喺度 streamy 同埋呢個 P 上 Perry 咧 ，JB 都唔到嘅。哇！一下死啊！呢個。但兩邊壓制啊 ，DJ 都係下線可以見到。咁啊成功下上對空啊，咁啊做乜先？跟住 Perry 到個壓制，然後俾人打翻轉頭，啊都幾，因為食個搭唔會死啊，咪 Perry 贏晒嘅。咪都幾抵到嘅，呢個 off 咁啊又開你鋪字啊！哦，死啊！呢個踢3下。哎呀，再做個頭得唔得？鳩到好似呢嚿好滯，1、2、3。呢啲玩家表示佢係一定入到嘅，我邊有呢啲玩家會甩其他人即係我撳會甩咯。咁啊到啊 JB 嘅版面啦，踢中加 film 頭管嘅。踢中哦，真係死啦！哇呀，諗唔甩 combo， 好慘。贏面輸。佢贏面輸啊！真係。丟都未識搏。
I feel like if you're a character who can in the corner find opportunities to burn your drive gauge on overdrive versions of your special
打緊對手要 kick 出埋場。
Dictator another great example.
Oh yes, I know that for Bison.
兩腳3下乜都中啊！要 kick 出埋。再想壓制俾人升翻出嚟，點都要做翻啲嘢。有你壓制，跟住打中，咁就要 kick 再用孖腳去做一個安跳。
你翻練下 combo 先啦。
有氣流咧就可以強化嘅撞，咁樣就可以做一個即係喂呀甩招啊！就用呢個即係如果佢 cancel 波拳咧就打空啦。咁啊但係見到即使 burn 到都好咧，咁啊見到 JB 喺度用啲波拳壓制啊，即係打破咗個防守。咁就呢個因為 Punish Hunter 係博招，又開 level 2啦，最強 level 2。咁就成功用個咁起身擋埋個風，咁啊氣流咧咁就可以有個有利嘅做有利嘅波拳嘅啫，咁啊確反嚟咯。咁啊第2次起上鳩到，就換邊，咁啊睇下後邊點進攻啦。啱啱就爭啲追到，但係呢自己得 combo， 今次就做一個俾人打中咗啦，咁啊推返出嚟。 做個
Jump into the meaty
安跳
pressure.
再
Backing
做一
off,
個
fatality.
南回，
Appreciating
爭
a
啲打
little
對
bit
手
later
嘅
than he
嘅
has.
腳打空，但係失敗咗。
Efficient
咁
roll
啊，
booster. Ooh,
腳打空
great
跟之後
triangle
就又
shot.
甩
No,
招啦個
don't
人。
finish it out. DJ has
誒
such
咁
great
啊，
cash
用個下
out.
中嘅
We're
打
not
中，
gonna
但係
get it
JB 會
there.
信心 watch 埋佢。我出對路，喂佢 parry 到個 in 平，但就死咗咯。
Punish counters, DIs.
2-0 JB
like
晉級。
that, the adaptation from JB.
講得係爭少少
Couple
嘢啦。
unfortunate drops from fatalities in, and you mentioned earlier, like once you get the opportunity, you really have to
AOE
catch out and optimize the opportunity. So when you make drops like that, and you let a player like JB live to make another decision, that's really unfortunate.
好基本，好啱啱開始玩咯，但係都玩過。
Fatality's approach on the ground between this and the match we saw against Zaf earlier today to get out of pools. The ground control really solid, has a great sense of how to not only play DJ and control that space, but the alternation between being poke heavy and making you sit, and then recognizing once you're watching for the pokes and then choosing to bulldoze in and be aggressive. That alternating cadence from him was really solid.
Yeah, and it's just like JB was able to adapt, and in like the beginning of the rounds, there was a lot of times that JB was getting clipped and counter hit by those pokes, and he was just able to switch up the timing and stop. He actually stopped doing a lot of drive rushes in neutral.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, and I think that's the point where. And this is my favorite thing to watch about high-level Street Fighter is when you see adaptations on adaptations on adaptations.
So
when
quick.
You see players that it's like layer 2 gets established and then layer 3 happens and you start to find layer 4, layer 5. People are doing these crazy things that are all predicated on these absurd nested sequences that happened before. And it's just a joy to watch at the highest level. It's my favorite thing.
Same here. I do love me some high-level Street Fighter. But in order for us to continue watching more high-level Street Fighters, we need some support from our sponsors. So shout-outs to them. We're going to start with some Street Fighter Duel. It is a mobile game that was released last year, so if you haven't heard of it, you're hearing about it now. It is an RPG based on Ultra Street Fighter 4, one of my favorite games of all time, featuring more than 40 of your favorite characters such as Ryu, Akuma, Chun-Li, Cammy, and Guile, and Sea Viper. Enjoy a new mobile twist on a fighting game classic, so head over to your app store to download and play now, or you can just scan that QR code in that bottom right corner right now to download Street Fighter Duels.
You know, I love when people make it convenient for us. You know what else is convenient? Checking out SFL Japan. That action is ongoing now, and you can check out both the S and F divisions live, or you can watch the VODs twice a week on Capcom Fighters. JB, some amazing players, some amazing orgs that you can check out over there. I mean, we have a couple of Japanese players on site today. The stylistic difference, amazing. You get these opportunities to watch them every week. And if SFL Japan isn't your bag for some reason, boy, have we got some other flavors for you.
Yeah, we got some Europe as well. And as Logan had mentioned earlier, Street Fighter League Europe is live. This is not pre-recorded. We are going to watch every single team battle go down live. And it's going to be every single day from November 15th to the 26th. So you do not want to miss that. You can tune into Capcom Fighters on Twitch and on YouTube.
And maybe you're one of those people that you don't want, even your eyes you don't want to wander. You're not interested in checking out anything across any sort of pond. Well, we got SFL US as well. Team captains on the screen before you. That action is going to pick up Wednesday, October 16th via Student View. That is rapidly approaching.
Yeah, and there's JB. Like, we just watched him play. We have team captains here online and offline, so make sure you catch them on Street Fighter League US. This week, actually, October 16th.
Yeah, and when you do so, make sure you put those egg rolls in. Pagoda, kind enough to help out across Capcom Pro Tour this year. So when you're looking for a snack to get you through, when you're ready to power yourself, you need those calories. Look, Street Fighter, high-level game, a lot of brain activity going on. You need the energy to burn.
You need to feed it. You need to, as they say, level up your snack game with Pagoda. And with that being said, we're going to see Rob give us an interview from Pagoda as well.
I just looked over and saw who the interview is with. So Sherry isn't going anywhere, but hey, we're going to throw the interview and resume more of our Top 96 action coming up.
I am Hollywood, Rob TV,
好，
and I am
到阿 Sherry 食
with
呢
the
個
one
春
and
卷，
only Sherry Jennings,
我等佢播廣告咧，又
and
冇幾耐，
this is
10分
what
鐘啦。
is Alright, Sherry, so before we get into this interview, for one, I'm feeling a whole lot of aura from you right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm putting some respect on your name, seeing you get awards and all that. But before we get into all of that, I want to ask you an important question. Sherry,
what's up?
Can we please tap egg rolls?
Tap the egg rolls?
Yes.
I got you.
Okay, come on. Let's see what it's for. Come on. What's
little
up?
crispiness going on. What's up? This is good.
So is Sherry Jennings approved?
It's Sherry Jennings approved. And I'm a foodie, so you already know.
That is true. You have horrible fast food takes.
No,
but you are a foodie.
I need to become the host of this show.
咁啊，睇春卷，即係初春卷好似今朝好似好早嘅冇。
You're unqualified. No, none of the things you've said.
到時又俾人一鳩咳咗。
That's what I'm saying. I'm a veteran at this point.
You're a vet, right? So, what even for people who don't know, right? Like, how did you even get into all of this? Like, for you to get this far, that like it's wild from the beginning. But like, how did this journey even start for you?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm pretty competitive in general, right? So, video games, didn't play that growing up. So it's weird that I got this far in it. It's just getting the chance to go to an arcade. I was playing Initial D with my homies, and they were having a Street Fighter 4 Rambat. I was like, what is all this mess? What is all this noise going on behind me? And they were doing a Street Fighter 4 tournament, and my friends, one of them coincidentally was playing in it, and I haven't seen him in super long. And he said, hey, we're going to have a ladies tournament. I'm finding someone to mentor. Do you want to be my student? I said, you don't want me. Trust me. I don't play fighting. I don't play video games in general. You do not want me to become a competitor.
Yeah.
And he said it's all fun and games, you know. So he started training me, and that's kind of how I got my name, because I went to play Sea Viper, and he got his friend Cryogenics to be my teacher, because he was the original.
Whoa, what? That's why your name is Genix?
Exactly. Cryogenics, the original SoCal Sea Viper, was my mentor. So when they signed me up for the tournament, they signed me up as Sherry Jennings, and the name just stuck ever since. 15 years strong.
I never knew that. We've been friends for years, and you never told me that.
You didn't ask.
You fake as hell.
That's crazy.
And
You
actually,
gotta ask.
you know what's even worse? Like, so for, like I said, again, for years you've been doing this, right? You know, so you would think normally that comes with a certain level of integrity and stuff, right? You know, but I ran into you in a ranked match, right?
You did.
I forgot the result.
I remember very well. Only because you told me it was you afterwards.
And I'm like, hey, that was me, whatever, okay. And then so you might have got lucky or something. Do you remember the score?
I remember because I remember I was playing this Akuma, and I was like, there's no way this Akuma is gonna beat me unless he gimmicks me out. And I literally said it because I was in my Discord streaming. There's no way this Akuma is gonna try to play footsies with me. If he does. And let me tell you,
you're disrespectful.
You did a walk back low forward, and I whiff punished it with my low forward drive rush back roundhouse, and I was like, that was free.
That's crazy.
Because I feel myself when I hit those.
Okay, where was it? Okay,
I didn't know it was you though, which is the funny part.
But what I say when I mentioned, I said let's run it back, and then what happened?
You did. You said I was playing really solid. You said my look looking kind of solid, and then you said let's run it back, and I said for sure I got you.
And what happened?
I got busy. That's what happened. Evo was coming up. I didn't have time to give you a run back. You're gonna have to earn it.
Sherry, you one of my goddamn close homies. Definitely my dog. It's been a pleasure. I've been your boy Big Hollywood Rob TV here with the one and only Sherry Jennings, and this has been What Fuels You with Pagoda.
係咁噶啦。哇！你個個咁早起身嘅，如果我唔係有呢個比賽咧，我應該瞓到人就超級痛苦，啱啱即係翻到屋企嗰段車程。呢個我覺得最好玩嘅遊戲。大家有興趣可以買，不過文字遊戲啦。咁就如果大家即係俾好擔心面對啲自害咧，就難教。翻到屋企，咁夠多應該瞓喺條街度，嗰啲嘢飲晒咯。如果唔係，都仲有一日我佢會買咗唔知幾兩單3單，然之後頂晒。仲買啲40度嘅，想死嗰啲。 而家冇咩？我見1至3冇咯，依家唔知有冇咧。以前就都有，咪即係依家以為有嘅。
Welcome back to East Coast Sword, and the action continues, and it is my pleasure and honor to be a guest in the house on the East Coast of the living legend, the great himself.
My guy. Welcome back, as
Mr.
always.
Mendoza, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to see you. I'm glad.
It's a pleasure.
Let's not say you're a guest. You belong here, Logan. Okay? Let's put it like this. This is your house.
I've got the Wi-Fi password.
Okay, that makes you official
Yeah?
for sure. Across the pond visit as usual.
That's fair. That's fair, but I'm still a guest in your house.
That's love.
Thank
That's
you
love.
for welcoming me
My
yet
guy.
again.
Yeah, we've been doing a couple of events across the world, man, so it's pretty cool that we could continue. You know what I'm saying? Well suited, I feel like, for the East Coast, you know? We got like a coalition going on with the EU and East Coast, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of love out here. I feel it, you know?
Been feeling it all today. The action has been sensational, both on and off stream. There's a lot to talk about, but we're going to have a lot to call because it's qualification time. We are in Top 96, and we've already started putting names in that Top 24. I see Boost making it through against Picoro, looking very dangerous.
Actually, one of the matches I caught. Very, I would say, cerebral in the way he opened his mans up.
Yeah, and I really enjoy watching him play, man. Obviously, we're both Ken enthusiasts.
He's a systematic Ken player. Like, he'll destroy you systematically. So I respect that.
We got some more cerebral players though, because it's my pleasure to. We're going to go back to the East Coast EU connection because we've got a man that represents both. Come on, next it's Lex. He's going to be facing off against Kami.
咁就咦，仲未打完咩？
Some Luke and some Guile.
I like that.
第一個鋪咁耐，好似分兩個大。
I can't even say you can have it. This guy, you know what? He has IDs on both sides. So I respect it. Kami. You know, these guys are, I don't even know if they're BFS anymore. But coming up in the Street Fighter 5 side of things, the Young Bucks, these two is the heaviest young gunners here in the East Coast, New York City. So it's pretty cool to see them move forward with Street Fighter 6, the franchise known as Street Fighter, right?
哇，豪偉大軍佬。
All right, we've lost another one to the Akuma.
冚埋鋪 land，
I was just about to
就會
point
翻
that
嚟
out.
嘅。我諗過5分鐘都。
He got that Luke in the pocket, but I mean, it's Kami. He top tiers hard.
I mean, I think this is definitely a good matchup as well. If you have a Akuma in the pocket against Guy, that's definitely.
咁啊，推波先啦，見到隻豪偉喺度，話你咩鬥推波，咁啊鬥推波就睇個出力幫勁唔勁嘅，即係所以幫睇下佢哋決定嗰個出力逼同埋嗰個啲波位。
You know, you don't even really need the red fireball. You can just charge the regular fireball a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay, nice. Dioki, the double dash guaranteed throw, and we teched. We guessed
嗰個
correctly.
咧就可以破對手嘅，破對手個放波陣
It out, but he's going to pay for it. All right,
好啲逼啦，咪打過去。
That was a tap parry too. He probably would have got hit with the drive impact, recovering from the parry possibly. I see you, Lex. Set the tone. I like that poke range fireballs from Kami. Trying to force a jump or a jump of his own, to be honest. Ooh, good reaction, young man.
Green on the screen.
The jump in, there it is.
Big jump in.
Throw. Oh, would have worked too. There you go. Make it optimal. Make it count. Is it enough? No. Chip out though.
好，我識壓起上，因為 burn out 咗咧，咁就成功咁啊
New York representing here.
Yeah, no OD to worry about.
Let's go, man. Round number 2. Listen. This is just the appetizer, guys. Logan pointed it out.
This is
Top 96 action. You just tuned in with us here at East Coast
These
Throwdown.
are qualification matches, though.
Yes, sir.
Trying
to get to the promised land.
That tick. Like that. Mill tick. Not a million, but it's a mill. It's close.
They're looking for that oasis in the parched desert of
OD 反波拳打中，
They want to get into that first to 3 paradise of top 8.
Well earned.
It's treacherous dunes out there in the desert of first to 2. We've seen a lot of people fall by the wayside.
Yeah.
Some dehydrated players.
Talk of the town. Yeah, we actually stressed that a little earlier. Me and Vicious, shout out to the bro. I mean, it is what it is. Okay. Setting the tone here, Lex, with the sonic boom pressure. All advancing more minds. I think he's a keep away character.
再空波，咁啊輕人打中啦，之後再放波，跟住之後就煙皮打落去俾咗 parry， 打少少啊。
Or drive rush, either or it is.
咁啊後傾就
Set the
打落
tone.
去，對手唔
Punish
食。
that.
後衝嘅打中，咁啊 TC 打埋落去，可以放埋個 level 一彈嘅 level 一落。
Talking about Lex, a specialist here, playing from this side of the screen.
哇！你手跳過去，咁啊腳到對空成功。
Competitor, please.
This is crazy. You got to restart every time you get hit with a flip.
有冇啊？哇！呢個咁啱跳中過去，咁啊
That's
呢
why
個
they
有啲
put Guile at the end of the.
但係有運氣都似實力一步。
Oh yeah.
咁啊成功 KO 對手啦，呢個咁攞先我第一波。咁啊卡米就第一燈。
Okay, Guile. Guile.
手遊嘅病。
Loving it. Feel like it's just one of those games. Oh, Kami's up with Jesus. Oh yeah.
咁同 DC 打落去啦，跟住之後就再。
Damn, goes that fast. Shoot.
咁再壓制，但係俾對手對點翻出嚟。
That pressure. Ooh, look at that hitbox movement.
一中下中就打落去，對手
Staying at that range.
誒成功用腳刀咁啊！啲軍佬都好中意啦咁啊！如果空波一出咧咁啊，個腳刀簽喺個落波佔到你之前咧咁啊腳刀反嘅，因為腳刀打中對手咧個波就個波就唔打中嘅，都常出現嘅話。
Okay. Trying to snipe up walk back. Not a good look here for Lex. As Kami's getting more comfortable, inching slowly but surely into this corner. There's the drive rush, looking for the perfection parry. The Kurt Hennings denied. Oh, right on time. Wonder if he's jet lagged.
誒咁肯定打中啊嘛，俾阿 Ness 攞翻鋪。
He's been on both sides
成日
of the
睇人
floor.
得1比1，我仲未睇唔手機嘅。
The professional. This is all right. All right, choose. Is this Kane or Undertaker? I think we spoke about this, but I don't think we actually put an answer to it.
誒咁啊轉角喎，兩卡面咁冇咩角。
Yes.
Kane 都幾多？呢其實 Kane 同豪威就入嚟
so it has to be Kane.
That's Kane. That is Kane. Kane.
That's gotta be.
Let's go.
都係豪威啊咁啊，不過豪威係少血啦，打比賽啲人都係啲豪威玩家成日都話豪威打比賽，或者好大。
What the guy say in
因
Blood
為
Sports?
少
Like
呢隻 game 咁 random 咧，少血係為咁啊，第七攻。
Oh, sweet. My goodness, first date jitters.
咪就係都同 TC 打佢啦，咁 TC 擋都係擋中咗咧就可以，中咗咧就出呢個。 中嗰就出呢個旋風腳啦，咪攞落，但攞到咧就其實個波冇變開。同位玩家因為 true bot 啊嘛，你想 pair 佢都冇得 pair。除咗 D 反冇咩好做。咁啊，豪威最強就知道啦。我有得掟波啦。咁啊兩邊鬥掟波啦，咁啊掟波咧咁啊豪威出名就係個掟波係好快，咁啊收招全音最快。咁啊唔計軍佬，軍佬就錯波嚟計啦，豪威個掟波係好快。 所以啲道服掟嗰啲人咧，啲豪威咧好中意，即係玩豪威咧就帶球嗰啲，但係帶球幫場都用豪威啊，因為就係掟咗咁多年波咧，所以波越勁呢啲咁啊，成功個腳都攞埋咗對啦。咁啊，軍佬嘅 match point 啊，
colonoscopy kick, man. I'm telling you, bro, the fact that you got to
Can't fit
restart every
those
time.
size 16. They're definitely not army issue as
一開
well.
波我
Those
見到開 level 2啦，咁啊軍佬咧有時咧點都開唔到 level 1、3咧就開 level 2大啦，即係你都想用緊啲皮嘅或者揀嗰個有人咁啊多數軍佬咧對手就嚟 burn out 嘅時候就會開 level 2因為可以，因為 level 2嘅話就即係可以削到幾多嘅但係幾多唔係攞嚟打血，攞嚟打氣咯。
Keep to it. You only gotta react if he's close, right? You better watch the demon flips. I'm telling you, it's on the way.
哦，呢大嘅嚟嘅，咁啊開逼，咁啊開始想講嘢，靚波，咪 OD 波啦，咪鬥車啦，依家喺度。好啦，咁啊想用個八鬼，呢個八鬼腳咧就啲人啲鬼玩家好中意用呢個八鬼腳過波，因為比跳快少少咯。咁啊你知，即係嗰少少就係可以令佢過唔過到波嘅關鍵。飛都係跳咁就飛，同埋飛有時咧見到唔係好對路，可以繼續加排身。唔一定要抽。咁啊，俾人 level， 俾人用個，咁啊，想用個中段我收頭啦，失敗咗。咁啊，俾阿軍佬做個環境，不過俾個波打 burn out 啊，咁啊兩件，差唔多單少少 burn out，OE 波打埋落去，有啲曳喎，反而會 burn out 咁啊，用個都 chip 死咗，因為包自己就要畫面啊，冇死。
Oh, what a great skid mark kick there.
係啊，都唔止一條嘅，可以調，可以調。
You know what? Listen,
the Lex Express.
I still represent show accounts from time to time. When I bump into, trying to run my MO, that's not a matchup I want to see, man.
可能加埋佢唔係咁出得㗎嘛，佢出一波咪 cancel 出得㗎嘛。
Isn't Ken like dating?
出一波係唔會透氣啊嘛，都透幾多。
Married.
手術嗰個白撈入。
So that's him straight in the family jewels, I think. I can't remember what game that was in. Is that 5? Is that
大家好啊
I think so. You know what's so crazy that when I think about that storyline, I don't even think Street Fighter like this. I think that's
佢溝嗰啲。
The ending of Ken with his kid, I just always think about it. But anyway, great match. Unfortunate meet-up match.
Check out that fine collection.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've been enjoying this one.
Yes. It's funny enough, I haven't even been playing Marvel 2 like that.
大家好
But it's more Marvel superheroes. I just love Logan. Wolverine. Yeah.
哦，頭先佢都 OK 嘅，或者啲嗰啲咩即係最 common 嘅手術。
It's great to be here again in 2022.
泰國又好似改咗咁
即係有撳翻題講咗好耐。 Out here in Hartford, Connecticut. Big turnout from some of the East Coast heavy hitters. Of course, coming through. We had some international attendance as well. And you know, as I was waiting outside to come back in, there were 3 guys that drove down 4 hours from Buffalo, New York.
Okay.
Just for today. Just to spectate this next man who is stepping up on stage right now. And you know, these guys are loud. And let me not spoil it for you. They're not here to see nephew.
That's it.
啲 Levy 有去喎，
There they are. Look in the background.
I know your shout out to the man. Shout out to the brothers.
都幾喺美國都幾
Every time
點講咧，都幾同冚一樣都係成日都露出，成日都係啲挑撥離間嘅人。咁大嘅人你都會都唔知嚟。
And then that was that. That means, of course I am, in Spanish. I was like, wow, well, let me mind my damn business.
Of course.
And there you go. Now he's here, and he's looking wavy, the last remaining member of Bandits, and that's no disrespect. If anything, I feel like the lore is even better. Now he has to go against his brethren, maybe down the pipeline, of course, if they meet in the Capcom Cup. But Kaba got to earn that right first.
Well, of course, be brothers in arms. Street Fighter League US kicks off next week, in fact.
Killers. Oh, yeah, that's right. They are
Mena
still
is back in the fold.
The champs. They are the champs.
SFL.
The defending champions. All right, check that out, man. All the teams have been picked over there on that side, too. So beautiful.
That's right.
Where's my guy, Knuckle? Do thing! Oh, I wish he was here.
Hoping he's well. Everyone else in Florida sending you love. I hope it was, not a lot of damage done.
Nah, he's fine. I spoke to him. He's very morbid, too, when it comes to those kind of situations, which is kind of crazy. That's why I love him. Keeps it honest. In fact, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to finish my match in the can opener so I can board my house up. I was like, wow, this guy here is just about that life. But these guys are about that life. Nephew! He said, here's my ID. This is my last day. I'm here. nephew. He knows who he's going up against. This is a tough cookie match right here for
都
Joe.
開波啦，
He
咁
definitely has the tools
啊
in the
，Julie 都去加入，咁啊呢個對決係 Julie 係穩笨，咁啊唯一嘅個波就係前跳用生命跳埋，跳到咪贏跳唔係算，但係跳軍佬係超級難。
Keep an eye on this button. I always highlight this for nephew.
咁啊到咗換邊啦，到頭點知俾阿 Julie 跳翻吊背打翻入去 ，parry 到個 reverse 攻擊，再做個 impact 打氣啦。咁啊依家就 parry 咗之後就 reverse 咗。 即係之後嘅打氣係扣，即係有個折扣，冇平時咁多，但係都有打到啲氣，都即係有啲人會選擇會用。用完打中，咁啊記得打中又開埋個咧浮一，咁啊 Julie 咧佢一有惡字嘅，好少數有咁啊唔得啦呢個，嗰個 level 1會燒埋個地波，地波唔會燒到，咁啊限時同個問題嚟決。 Nancy 先到第一燈啊！我對空慢跳，跟住再 jab 中，咁樣就做個板邊嘅簡單 combo。PC 落埋升埋尾 ，PC 打中 counter hit， 跟住對手搶 parry 俾人打，咁啊一半喺度，再屈佢咁就追擊打失敗咗。咁計多啊冇，咁啊 Julie 嘅跳重拳係超快打動對手，所以就冇，即係佢連等腳刀時間都出唔到，俾人打中。 咁啊，我地波壓制啦，如果對手起上呢，佢一定會食。整個波再射個出波，咁啊呢個位啱啱好啊！見到衝完出波之後咧，就 Watch 嘅輕拳係 combo 嚟，黐埋筋。跳攻擊，咪再做個輕腳 Watch。 打頭連攻到有嚟壓制啊！咁啊用個頭攻擊咧殺制，然後咁入地過對手嘅腳刀，然後就入呢個殺。
Very hard to mix up Kabuto, even though this situation is fantastic. We're going to get a little walk out again, and Kabuto.
做個 take foot 喎，今次到街度鳩個 level 3，咁就呢個鳩個界力㗎，因為 burn out 啊，見到啊，咦未 burn out 嘅。 睇錯一下，咁啊做生命值眼照啦，咁樣就唔會令到自己 burn out，但係最後都避唔過 burn out 嘅命運。之後就佢好輕嘅放題啦，因為 Lanvy 啱啱出完 level 3，level 1咧，所以冇 level 1，level 3就冇 level 1咧，呢啲攻擊係真係明擺明我哋嘅。腳刀啊冇，但係俾人跳過嚟，咁啊下中人對空做個 shimmy， 但係唔食，咁啊做個下中嘅 TC， 咁下中嘅打到一個中途都打咗，然後就相對手。
Guys, if you're wondering if I am going to translate what they're saying, absolutely not.
No, sir.
We're going to get Capcom to put some captions for you guys. Just know it's a lot of foul languages.
Those captions will be closed.
好，咁我成功用個下重腳 cut 到對手嘅攻擊打空，再用手刀去做一個壓制。咁啊，所以bomb壓制壓起上係無解嘅。咁啊，再起上 P 之後冇。不過問題就係，所以bomb完之後咧，多數都唔會話好，都唔會即係唔會密集壓制，即係擋咗就冇事。 咁啊，第二次食到個下重腳嘅 TC 啦，咁啊軍佬就下重腳 TC 可以搏level 1，咁啊呢個 Julie 識解答啦，咁啊如果對手擋得會死嘅雖然，但係打中，但係可以如果對手打你咧，就可以做一個有傷害嘅 combo。咁啊解頭即刻搶制，就俾佢搶到。咁呢個位就雖然 ban 咗，但係一後就花好少血，插腳插中，腳起上腳刀，但係對手跳咗你後邊啦，咁個腳都打唔中之下咧。 咁就俾阿 Lanvy 先翻一燈，又喺度 Watch 嘅頭，咁啊 fit 對手嘅腳刀，腳刀咁啊今次真係嚟啦，咁啊見到而家卡牌都好小心啊，見到對手真係埋嚟先至出腳刀，但係呢啲位就令到自己頂唔慢咗，好危險。咁啊殺腳打到對手嘅下重拳啦，之後再腳刀咁啊成功對空，打到個 shimmy， 然後就有 level 2掟晒佢。 啲唔掟咯，咁啊上血啦可以，咁啊想做個中段失敗咗，咁啊見到呢邊見到打點對手咧就開埋level 3，咁啊就俾同埋自己回翻條 drive gate， 咁啊呢一燈都穩陣。咁啊 Watch 過去，再做個地波，一下死啦，冇錯，咁啊都無法避免。咁啊但係應該冇 level 3，冇 level 1。咁啊，但係哎呀卡巴兩個鬥咁嘅，咁啊俾佢踢中解答，兩邊鬥咁嘅，話死。
Saves of Seth. Yeah, jump fierce coming down.
It's like a brain fart that led into something regardless. It was all part of the plan.
As Bob Ross says, it was a
There you go. There you go.
屈士下中咁啊，屈士下中佢其實減咩嘅，不過點解會搞緊下協？咁啊，Jab 就腳都推上去，有集中嘅對空，再重腳，我見到。咁啊，想再用條腳做牽制嘅時候，點知空咗俾人玩先。咁啊，起上腳多啦，咁啊，聽晚對咗先。中段高球踢踢，我兩面喺度鬥 stand 啲拳腳。
Oh yeah, go give me space. Wasn't in range for the stand shot.
又喺度掟波啦，咁啊地波就唔會同個空波雙風燒嘅，所以就掟完波之後認真。咁啊打到對手，但係比晒啊，比晒死唔去喎，老友。得死喎冇嘢，血量丁算先。
Great vinyl record, Kaba. I like those classics.
Spin it,
Mama. La máquina.
啊地波喺度慢慢，咁啊掃中咗對手嘅下中嘅打空，就做個 TC， 又翻返去原嚟。咁呢個位就有啲食屎嘅，因為 Julie 每一個腳都踢走咗佢咧 ，Julie 又要嘥唔知幾多嘅血同埋幾多嘅氣去起身，但係埋身之後咧，又要冒住每一拳都會俾腳刀踢翻出去嘅風險。嗱，依家用生命去衝埋佢啦，之後就攞咗之後就你嘅生命就冇咗啦。咁啊開始掟手刀啦，呢度就做一個牽制，咁啊嗰邊就即係諗下點埋佢。有風射，因為下中嘅打空又俾人掃咗，咁啊再掟手刀，咁啊見到幾辛苦，打個宣面啊對手唔原地跳，下中腳做個 take 對手唔食，咁啊擋咗個 D 反死咗，有level 2嘅，level 2死唔死？等陣先，呢個就安跳啦，因為咁啊起上9 level 1俾人擋咗，咁就可以落去白波啦。跟上軍佬，你話咧？我哋軍佬我儲起嗰全部都唔好食。
And Kaba advances into winner's side of top 24, also known as top 16. 8 players will be on the winner's side. One more for top 8.
用下咯，不過唔係真係好，因為
enter the hallowed grounds.
打到乜晒嘅啱
Top 8 will find out.
The man has a Dominican hoodie on. That's crazy.
Yeah, come on.
That's crazy. Got it in the chest and the heart. DR. It's my guys right there.
That's why I've always liked the DR, you know, because we have, you know, as a degenerate football hooligan, I appreciate screaming your lungs out.
I respect
that. In the name of nationalism.
There you go.
But not in a weird kind of like American way.
No. I get exactly what you're saying. The flow of cheer and
that's right.
And vigor and maybe anger sometimes. You know, but it is what it is. But hold on, let's bring it back, Hong Kong, huh?
Yeah,
know about that?
That's the best rice.
I am very impressed with that. I'm
a man of culture.
I'm not even trolling. He said Hong Kong the competition.
冇啊！香港選手
Good man.
嫌遠唔去咁啊！香港選手全力新加坡，下個禮拜新加坡 CBT 有，跟住香港選手去，噏得出幾多去啊嘛？Daigo 咁佢點到啊 ？All set
Did he take him to school? Tell me he had the rule.
Bro, there was 2 perfects in that set.
I'm looking back at the footage. Yeah.
Glasses Daigo is the next evolution.
He says, part of my calculations, I'm going to kick your ass. Daigo, Umehara. That man, yo, real rap, he don't even drink water no more, man. He just goes with energy and age. Energy and age. Sage mode Daigo.
I thought that story was going to go in a different direction, but it's okay. All right, Akuma versus M. Bison. Onset's been sliding through the bracket. Let's see if he's able to step up to Daigo, but he's going to have a huge experience in this matchup. You watch any Japanese events, whether it's SFL, whether it's the offline events, whether it's the World Warriors, anything. Akuma, Bison, Ed. Back to back. He is going to have a huge amount of experience in this. A modern M. Bison as well. We got modern Bison. This is not your grandpappy's Bison.
One thing that Daigo's consistent at, sniping out those scissor kick with neutral jump and that stand fierce.
Very consistent on both
sides, I must admit. I thought that was a button. That's how fast the fire was.
得豪威又係咁退步啊嘛，升唔到個level 1，不過但係唔緊要，起上鳩升咁我成功突破咗個起身同埋推翻出板先，同埋退波。
or just a downgrade on a player going up against Daigo's like he's
等佢打中啦，咁啊再簡單 combo， 我先發，咦 M 擺實喎 ，M 係 modern 嘅 M，modern 擺實第一次見啊，咁啊見到個跳攻擊打斷咗個立重拳之後就做一個簡單 combo kill 咗，原來到第一燈。後攻擊咁啊攞傷害，嘅後重腳咁啊重拳打中啦，但有啲遠啊，搏唔到輕嘅，跳翻出去咁啊插腳就可以打破對手嘅壓動對手，都唔錯。咁啊係咁後重腳啦，咁啊打到對手真係較剪腳埋尾，後攻擊俾佢搞頭啊！咁啊喺度打過，見到睇過喺度行路咁樣就要，即係又唔可以太接近，即係又唔想佢入咗較剪腳個範圍，但係又要引佢出較剪腳個喎。咁啊起上對咗上天，然後就做個簡單嘅拳腳，咁啊成功攞下個燈，呢個 M 擺實。咁下中拳截停咗對手嘅 Rush 之後，就做一個反波嘅埋尾推波，咁啊對手就。即係倒頭，推過啊！係都係打中，但係都冇信心啊！咁啊，有兩隻球嘅，俾佢解頭。咁啊，重拳打落去啦，再做個跌幅，將對手頭板邊啊！咁啊加太多，咁就做唔到個又做投唔中，波頭打中，俾晒乜都死啦！咁啊下重拳波升 CA 睇動畫1-0。
GG's textbook Daigo, come on now. Well, according to my footsie reader here, you're lacking on it a little bit. Yeah, it's not going to be easy to just pin down Daigo. You have to get him uncomfortable a little first, walking him down. But just straight up, when he got a lead, he's going to be confident and stellar in the neutral game.
啊，中人截停咗對手之後，做個簡單嘅 combo 啦，咁啊旋風嘅埋尾，咁啊做個推波啦，呢個位就推波位嘅，一跳就升啊呢個，但係點知Daigo仲心急過佢，咁啊八鬼衝埋去，咁啊踢上天咁樣就呢個又係屈嘅，因為中咗就會踢上天之後波就會落地實，同個波就屈 combo， 擋咗就冇事。咁啊 Daigo 咧就聲稱喺呢個Training Mode練咗100次 just pair 個重拳，但係未見過成績咁一次啊，咁啊 D 反起。D 反但係分到啲嘢，咁啊隨時用空對空咧，咁啊成功咁樣打破對手嘅 double reverse， 咁就俾個 match point 啦。推波，咁啊做一個立中拳有2隻之後做個頭攻擊，咁啊落單個對手啊。啊中拳咁啊吹咗攻擊，咁我大鑊，哎呀仲要 reset 咗，但係後面佢冇搏招，啊後重腳如果有你壓擠，之後再前後2次放波，咁 parry 咗第二攻擊之後就做個重腳確反啦。頭攻擊咁就入咗一個咁啊未斬下線嘅，不過都好差唔多啦。一下咁啊哎呀佢唔投嘅話就咁啊斬下線嘅位，啱啱推唔投，咁啊中佢打中但係冇搏招。想用空對空，但係俾人用嗰個都會打翻落嚟。咁啊係咁跳，咁啊重拳打翻hit 啦，就係搏招。咁啊見到就殺到啦，咁啊開埋呢個立重拳level 2，然後就攞翻燈啊。但係都係Daigo嘅 match point啊，都係level 2。如果一燈就追翻1-1，但係如果Daigo贏就可以直接落去游水啦。啊！中拳截停咗對手之後，哎呀，翻練 combo 啦，仆街啊你真係。level 3，但係 watch 個壓制。啊！死啊！講到好大㗎呢個。咁啊後重拳起動死咗應該死咗。無限攻啊！升 CA， 咁啊一粒 combo 死咗啦，見到石條佢冇咗。大家好。
Better luck next time, kid. Look at Daigo.
一燈一 combo， 一燈打空氣死咗。
Show you like the good uncle that the good nephews that we are. You know, we just gotta talk smack to you, man. The old man still got it.
Truly the world warrior.
都幾慘嘅。
咁
樣輸就係輸自己，唔係輸對手嘅，輸自己放，輸自己放，輸自己放呢個咩？即係輸自己嘅 combo 之後俾對手。
Obviously, the goal is to make it to Capcom Cup, but these guys are foodies, man. They're all over the place trying all types of food and refreshing beverages. You name it, man. These guys, they've been here before. You know, they're not surprised what's going on, but where the food at, that's where they at, man. So I appreciate that they enjoy the culture, just vibing as usual.
Daigo is vibing into top 24 with that win. We have more names to join, though. I believe up next.
佢其實而家開頭都戴眼鏡喎，唔知係咪有 sponsor
to play. Okay. And there's a number of big names in losers bracket already as well. Let me pull this up right now.
Definitely rooting for the boy Boost. That boy killing it right now. One of the can opener represented the delegates of the can opener. Just every online tournament for real. I'm just being biased.
We got Joe Kevin and Tino. Is that a player that you're familiar with?
Tino, yes, the Dalsim. He is Tatsu Shoryu on Twitter.
So yes. He played against Brutus. That's right, poor Brutus.
Yeah, he belonged to like Mad Sims, didn't he?
Mad Sims.
Unfortunate, man. Why does that always happen to Brutus? I've noticed that historically.
Yeah.
He do end up like in a yoga pool. Like it's kind of.
And Itazan has to go up against Cusco.
Cusco.
睇下係喎，應該伊達神啊嗰個，唔係多數上次啱啱都係第一個睇人就伊達神。應該到。
But it's spelled differently. COOSCO.
Cusco. Del Cuco no es Cusco, man. Like
Let's find out who we got stepping up next.
Oh, it's gonna be a good old-fashioned wrestling match. Let me see something.
Okay, there he is. Itazan.
Yo, he got that look like, oh my God, I'm about to deal with a wrestler right now.
大家好啊。
Yo, shout out to the ergonomical arcade stick.
Yeah, that thing looks like
ergonomical. Excuse me.
Yeah, that thing looks like a skate park.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. At first, I thought he was playing on the NES. I can't front. For a hot minute, I thought he just like mounted his stick on the NES.
Cut some holes in the NES.
Yeah, that's it. But no, it's like it got like an
It's
angle.
about twice the size of an NES as well.
That looks more healthy for the wrist. No, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. The positioning.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You're not extending the tendons to reach. It's like that. So.
Oh man, one time we was at a tournament. I think it was Blank actually. And they take you to like the beach afterwards.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe. So I remember specifically. I think he was there with us, bro. That was that year. That was that year they did the 5v5.
I had to go home.
Oh, that's right. But okay. But anyway, like we see Itabashi.
So it was you and Steve.
Yes. Yeah. So we're enjoying like the vibes on the beach or whatever. We look to the left. This guy is literally swinging off trees. I kid you not.
大家好，就
like
倒數完攞係乜嘢啊？
style. Like he was in there. I was like, yo, you see Itabashi? He's killing it over there. I didn't know he was this athletic. And then I'm about to like take a footage, like low key, like I put the camera up, and he see me put the camera up, but he just ran away, son. Like I was so upset.
He said, "No, you're not exposing me."
Yeah, yo, I was tripping. I'm like, yo, this guy's nasty with it. I'm not looking at his hands. I know he got splinters. No,
some big calluses on there. Yeah,
well, that makes sense. He got the good grip. You see it? Yes.
Pause.
Versus Cusco. Cusco is in the building, Boise. Oh, he got the cross box. I respect everybody representing their home.
Managed to send Young Macteen down to losers bracket and win the semi-final. Young Macteen had a big breakout win there against Angry Bird in pools. We saw that on stream. That was hype as hell.
Yeah. You know, the way that Macteen was popping off on Twitter after... it wasn't Macteen. I'm sorry. It was Complex. Pardon me, Macteen. You're a warrior. Complex too. It's just a lot of salt going on Twitter right now. On X.
Yep.
Y'all need some water. Y'all need, if y'all want salt, get some electrolytes.
Thank you, Cammy。雖然我睇對全部都有嚟，所以就
East Coast Throwdown, bro.
我都唔識講。
Fighting games.
Cammy 其實都係全部都有嚟，但係 Thank you 係都係冇死，兩隻冇死過嘅角色。
Yeah, but that was the mix-up in Street Fighter 4. I remember there was loads of like Vega blah 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 367 and they said
一下先，咁就 D 反 MHX hitbox 係咩意思？幫山慳太 cross 啦。咁啊後中拳 TC 打落去打個落單，之後再做個 take four， 咁啊繼續壓制對手啊。中拳打中，咁啊推去板邊啦，波腳升腳。咁啊，想對壓制大俾人計頭，咁啊掃低咗對手，咁啊做個跳入，哇咩無啦 parry 嘅，咁啊送翻對手一個反擊，中拳打落去，咁啊 watch 攻擊但係俾對手截斷咗之後做一個反擊啦，波腳咁啊攞埋俾佢。
Cusco, a very solid first round. He goes immediately back to try to fierce.
Man across the chest for the one time.
中拳 TC 咁啊打個落單，咁啊衝過去啦。中腳有撩，咁我見到每一下撩咧，其實雖然冇一落，即係每一下都唔係好點解，加埋一齊就好金啊！ 同埋呢種機冇乜風險，係咩度掃嘅嘛，中控拳又好，中腳又好，立中拳喺度撩，咁啊踢下就死啊對手。咁啊下中拳 rush 對手唔，即係咁下中拳打中啦，好似咁啊做個推翻去板中啦，但係距離呢個板邊就一段距離，咁啊又蘇元佬又推翻入，咁啊加 frame 啦開始，咁啊見到 burn out 咗就見到蘇元佬就即刻個前用個，哎呀爭啲殺到，再撩，咁啊見到呢個就雖然減4，但係 burn out 再加埋呢個mid 攻擊咧，咁就變咗蘇元佬有利，聽佢打中，一開波就攞到個落單啦。咁啊爭啲打嘢，中腳又踢一腳，慢慢踢死佢。同埋俾人打爆佢，咁啊 parry 咗個跳攻擊，咁啊做個 jet， 然之後再做指令頭。如果等下先啦，有啲好3啦，每一個壓制，即使你倒地都係佢哋俾人壓制。嗰種佢打唔中，呢個死咗會，係唔得國招。咁啊成功打到對手，開埋level 3。咁啊雖然都係level 3啊，隨時嚟嘅啦。第一個膊頭機咁啊有少少即係嗰個，即係唔係咁易兜。即係令你好難冇乜動作去兜，但係可能可以咧兜完之後唔撳就等得揈對手跳啦。咁啊一聽佢打中，同埋個 impact reset， 然後就頭一個鏡頭食咗，殺咗，咁就先1-0。
That is the name of the game for him as well. I was talking about it with El Chacote, but it's the same thing for Itabashi Zangief. The name of the game for that man is conditioning. Been doing it for years. What a scumbag.
啊唔轉角，咁啊一開波就中佢踢落去。
Tricky guy. It's kind of hard, huh?
咁啊，等下撩佢，中拳打中，咁就可以大3巴攞落單啦。
He has conditioned him to stop trying to
中拳喺度揈下佢。
but the low forward will still get the job done.
下中拳打中，咁啊，哎呀，唔報波招，跟住但係雖然冇俾人確反，但係令佢哋不利，咁啊俾對手指形頭砍中咗，咁喺度4千血喺度。對空嘅話，做中用對空個扭尾啊，但係很有效。咁係咁用個3MP confirm 啦。咁喺板邊敲啦，又喺度，係啊，係咁敲中咗就地獄嘅開始。咁啊俾阿 Cammy 搶到個下中腳，然後做個反擊。對空係有嘅，咁啊成功打到對手原地挑，攞埋咗啲血啦。咁入咗伊塔神嘅 match point。有啲呢個真係危險啊！等佢哋重腳咧係減3就有機會俾對手正頭反擊，但係你亦都有機會俾全腳反擊，咁啊打頭2。咁啊用個下中拳彈推翻嚟啦，之後做個後頭換邊，唔好俾自己韞喺板邊啦。係咁用個喺咩度用個中拳中腳喺度撩，爭啲啱埋到。咁啊 West 嘅中拳打中，咁就對攞單對手啦。咁啊打中對手，但係 parry 到個輕腳，咁啊殺到你其實嗰個問題，你諗埋第3燈，所以就冇俾晒。因為打中，咁啊俾晒所有資源之後就有爪啦，咁啊波腳再中意升又得，level 1又得，入咗仍然都係伊塔神嘅 match point 啊，波有 level 3，哎呀嚟啦，兩子一身，身信欲殺。然後就咁啊呢度4000幾啦 ，rush， 聽佢打中，咁啊攞到個落單，同埋呢個雖然到最長嘅流回嘅，呢個咧立聽嘅 rush， 因為真係好遠，咁啊之後就成功擺咗個 mid 打對手，咁啊挑咗 champion， 2-0。天就係咁勁，有天就打少一半血㗎，所以10幾秒係好正常。因為我一個鏡頭都夠4000啦，今日你天就夠5000嘅，咁啊9000啊嗰啲。
Get the hell up out of there.
西伯利亞
Put a bending walker in your life. You know?
I think I'm remembering it correctly, but Itazan is like very famous for buffering 720 in the drive rush cancel window,
okay.
Right? So if you try and do like low forward drive rush and steal,
應該打咗70
rather than keeping it a true string, like
唔知有冇兩個 pool 咧？
You're gonna get 720 in the middle of that.
100%.
要識嘅都
keep going as well. So if you do drive rush,
係啊，
jab and keep it
但
tight.
第九冇意思啊！呢個 win 啦，我你唔係第一都係多謝參
Pretty
加，
sure that's what
都
happened
戇
there as
居
well,
所以。
where Cusco went for a low forward jab and then went to throw after the plus frames.
你第二都係同第32冇分別，102冇分別。
Certainly something to very much.
呢個比賽，所以啲人唔去咁解。第一先有獎品咩？太 hardcore 啊，所以啲人唔係好想去。Hello。
So look out for that. But it is only advances
即係最好
into
就
top 24.
即係依家啲人
All
話
the players
玩
that
翻
are
個
losing in these winners finals do
計分
go
最高分個
directly
32
through
入姜
to
級。
top 24 as
嗰
well.
個
But in
依
the loser
家
side, 'cause it's 3 out of each group.
姜級嚟都係。
So that is
姜級
going
第
to
二都
be
要有
our
錢
last
呢個第
winners
二都有錢啦，雖然
side
唔係好多。
qualification. We know
呢個
all
真係
8 of
冇
the
錢，
players
呢個真
that
係
have gone
真係
through.
黃
Let's
豆都
see
冇
if
啦。
the bracket is updated so I can tell you who that's going to be. No,
10萬都係錢啦。
I'll tell you in a bit. And start GG updates. Now we're going to take a look at loser side because we have got more qualification matches to go through. As I said, 3 out of each.
呢 idol 呢個打下邊咯，打完 winner 打 loser。
Quietly working his way through that lower bracket. Idol.
winner 出晒啦
Top
24個 winner 下先。因
Yeah,
為呢個應該打到唔知佢打
that's
到
definitely
邊
a
啊？
possibility because
係
I
咪
saw
贏
that
咗
Ending Walker barely avoided the double jeopardy with Ivory.
咁啊 idol 我幾中意睇嘅，不過問
He lost to
題
school and Ending Walker's got a
都
bad
係
score, so it could very much be.
佢真係淨係玩到馬窿咁樣。佢嘅人生就係幾隻嘢玩就玩死。因為喺馬窿其實依家好似越嚟越勁咁。
Bit of a revenge match. Let's see. Survey says.
Yeah, it was Profit that beat him 2-0.
There you go.
In winners final of pools. Couple matches ago.
A little bit of a revenge match here, right up. Look at that. He's getting closer to the monitor.
Oh,
That's NLBC style. You gotta get real close. We ain't
我
trying
喺
to
度
see
掃下佢
him.
啦。咁啊，
I wanna
做
feel
個
young.
咁啊，亞鬼好似掟波同埋我同其他
Great.
跳跳到啊！啊波踢到上天，波咁啊波腳再用波佢。咁呢個就馬窿，好中意用嚟 combo 嚟。見到呢個 combo 咧雖然用 OD 嘅啦，但係見到嗰個氣槽咧係變咗半格到嘅，因為個 combo 太長咧，所以回好多氣。咁啊，始終佢打中啦，再搏招。
Matches the pom poms, eh? Okay.
咁啊踢腳，咁啊對面就傳統腳打翻嚟，咁啊就嚟 burn out 啊，咁啊見到馬窿好想，咁啊中拳地道啦呢個，係咪每一個中拳都係即係講都係教導加殺，所以就叫屈嘅。咁啊鳩煙嚟啦，睇下冇事發生，又嚟啦呢個。咁啊對手唔食，鏡頭後跳避咗，但係，有啲曳呢個重腳對空，咁啊打中，又嚟呢個畫面啦。level 2，呢個一都得喎呢次。
That is enough. See no. For the Ivan domination, ready to hit you with the.
咁啊兩個獎牌都唔錯嘅。佢 parry 到咁啊鏡頭確反啦。咁啊雖然 parry 有 skill 啦，但係都幾大嘅。俾人跳背係喎。但係冇做到第一號，咁啊後頭解頭變後頭幾好彩，咁啊板邊啦，咁啊見到即係自己去到板邊就鏡頭更加易中啦，冇得行後避，咁啊中年打中比晒乜都死啦，波拳 CA 冇錯，咁啊幾乾脆利落咁啊一個，因為馬龍人個波好勁，不過問題打前個波太慢咧，又但係又即係打前個波度。
He said it ain't gonna happen twice, but it's a possibility. Prophet is God. Like just throw that out. Boy's a killer. Urian specialist in fire. He plays everything under the sun. DLC in 6. From what I've seen, but definitely Aki is his main squeeze. I like the representatives.
再用個抌上天。咁啊做個拳腳，阿仔打中喎，咁啊衝埋阿仔講到中段啦，劈到第二下咁啊鏡頭咁啊除咗攞傷害，哎呀爭啲攬到多下就失敗咗，但係因為呢隻 game 後跳避鏡頭咧係好難確反，但係你好難後跳喎，你跳咗俾佢打翻落嚟，後跳最安全，但係安全得嚟唔好即係俾咗鏡頭嗰個回報係零。
That was unfortunate.
主要風險低風險就高回報，低風險就低回報。哎呀，一個鳩煙劈，睇穿咗，死啦！
Keep Idom only down to 2 medals as well. Definitely a net win.
Hell yeah, he needed that. Definitely in the driver's seat
掟波，哎呀咁啊反波拳打空咁啊俾阿 Idom 做一個確反，之後就攞到個獎牌。 咁啊啲阿奇都好中意下中腳或者用個立重嚟做一個防傷到又，喂咁啊又打中，再做一個呢次嘅攻擊，但係俾對手用話咧，以上咧佢一反擊唔到，跳唔跳到啊？喂中個波波仲要，但係個位唔靚，所以搏唔到啫。咁啊又跟咗波波行。揾頂波啦，咁啊喺下中腳挑啦，咁啊跳到背，但係想再做壓制，俾對手 D 反翻出嚟。咁啊擋對手攻擊，打 cut 到對手攻擊啊2次，level 1，慳翻啲氣，因為波拳殺唔死嘅 level 1。idom 嘅 match point 啊，打中對手，但係加得唔夠多。波落去咁啊呢個咁啊打到對手咁就開咗個波拳，4獎牌啦。咁啊好多陣 level 3就好大個啫嘛，或者先唔大都好咧，雖然頭都好大威脅。咁啊擋咗個安跳啦，咁啊對手襲過嚟解頭成功，跳到啊波拳2CA 喎，我踢上天。咁啊 level 2又但係唔死，但係又想攞傷害咁啊 level 2，但係我覺得就level 3個 buff 好勁，所以就都係儲level 3好啲喎，應該。咁啊換邊啦，頭攻擊，然後就反波拳，哦死咗，哎呀吸唔到，但係跟住後面打中，抌上天 level 1。幾 nice combo 咁啊成功 come back， 佢 win 阿沙又係俾隻阿奇打落去，一跌咗落去。我覺得即使包晒都好咧，咪咁個個即係如果你要飛佢都會去嘅，講真，即係你要飛佢都會俾錢，但係下下飛10幾個鐘，好想飛嗰啲。I would love to know the Angry Birds still in the building. Bear with me 2 seconds. No, take your time. 同埋有時咧用多啲 level 1係好事。雖然 level 1換邊啦，咁啊孖龍係最強 level 1嚟嘅。level 1換邊，睇你係咪扮邊咯？如果 level 換邊嘅話，你一扮邊你出翻嚟咯。但係如果你板中你就飛入去玩，有啲混白。
Oh, you're asking about Angry Bird? Yeah, he got eliminated by Ramsey 2-0.
Ramsey, okay.
Have we had Big Bird and Chakotay play already? Because I haven't seen the result of that. If anyone knows that, let me know. But we're going to have one more match, and it's going to be Ending Walker. I'll recognize that hair anywhere.
咩話？阿 Ending Walker 仲喺度，好慢，又未去到好慢嘅，即係最少都係啲即係你着完擋唔切嗰啲時間。
Very solid player, one of Midwest's best. I mean, you see it on the T-shirt, well hoodie in this case, party.
咁就 Ending Walker 要攞個 adapter 去，用個淨係可以 support 去 cast。佢成日都話打 PC 勁啲，因為即係 ad 咧係如果有 delay， 即係如果大家都入邊 delay 咧 ，ad 嘅影響係最大，比其他個 set。咁啊，如果大家咁啊，所以佢就話最好要喺 PC 嗰度。今次啲日本比賽新搞嘅比賽都係 PC 嘅，新搞冇成 PC。所以呢個比賽，肯定佢輸咗有嘅手嘅話，唔係 PC 我打啲嘅。但係冇比賽又冇規定話一定用 PS 買 PC 嘅，所以都係睇個主辦單位有冇睇下 PC 有冇 sponsor， 如果有 sponsor， 如果冇 sponsor 咪鬥咗 PS。我拜心對呢個 Ending Walker 成日打拜心啊，因為佢嗰邊有隻拜心，佢個隊友拜心係。
Let me tell you, Ending Walker sitting down and having to play a Bison matchup is very nice for him.
Yes.
If there's one character he has got hundreds of games of practice against, it's this one right here.
Definitely was about to highlight that one too.
But let's see if all that problem X training experience works for or against.
Watch 過去啊嘛 delay 嘅 delay 下中要打中之後就做一個 combo 啦，頭攻擊再攞傷害。咁啊 counter hit 攞一個招啦，咁啊教尖腳埋尾咁就攞個密集壓制啦，頭攻擊攞埋個傷害。雖然冇 set 炸彈，但係後邊個壓制好勁。教尖腳打空，跟住就俾 Ending Walker 做換邊。拉成咁啊鬥拉咁啊加 雖然就 carry 咗啦，但係都係埋身俾人壓制。攞落單再拉 ，pick full 咁啊一下死啦。咁啊打到個下段對手幾身中咧，撞咧就要中啦。先攞第一燈啊呢啲鑊球。打中，但係後冇一個中啦，咁啊彈後做一個睇下對手做啲乜。打中啊！今次升埋落埋尾，有嚟壓制，咁啊搶到個輕拳，再拉繩 parry 到頭攻擊，咁就埋板邊啦。咁啊呢個有啲 fake 拳就攞嚟睇下啱唔啱對手啲招，拉過嚟。打到背咁啊死咗，咁啊 level 3啊，因為 burn out 啦。雖然我覺得如果俾晒應該殺死。埋嚟呢個 burn out 同死都冇分別，用個波壓制，跟住之後做屈機，我啱啱起上跳啊，因為咁啊，巴成個 level 搖快，所以就唔係太驚小強鬥。我先攞第一波啊！拉繩，鉸剪腳打中，再做個 OD 鉸剪腳。慢陣拉起身啦，咁啊死都唔喐啦。啲反，但係俾對手嘅擋咗之後咧，就打個 punishment combo， 咁啊又識炸彈起身準備，咁啊鉸剪腳打中啦，咁啊地下 parry 到，咁啊打中翻對手轉頭做到個換邊 combo 同埋消除咗炸彈嘅威脅啊！輕拳鉸剪腳，再輕拳 parry 到個中拳，之後再做個反擊，升埋尾，咁啊做個波壓制啦，又真係俾你打中喎，之後就再做個反波拳升埋落去，啊呢個 combo 黐孖筋又係，因為板邊開始喺度耍啦，咁啊後備有個攻擊，但係點知冇學反啦 ，pick full 成功攞到個傷害，我第二次。煙劈咁啊！對手如果唔係 level 1就反擊唔到，因為即使反煙劈都好咧，都唔係好夠血。咁啊，同打落去啦，之後再做一個中拳。呢個打落去後跳避一避，再中腳。不過又打中一下，但係因為冇波招啊，仲唔知啊，鉸剪腳下飛上去，俾人升對空，再落翻嚟。咁啊，咪爭啲空洞成功，咪北呢就北咗個 at 嗰個跳筒腳，咁就空洞成功又換好大，咁啊重拳打中我死咗啦應該，死咗簡單 combo， 我都幾一面倒啊！你睇啦，左邊個即係司令仲喺度，有心存僥倖，以為死唔2-0，玩晒，我依家係90度角咁樣坐咯，即係我人係望到幅牆，但我電腦係望住另一幅牆，90度角咁坐，所以個面係45度咁樣望。
Yeah, wouldn't you like nix a really important tool in footsies based on one of these buttons?
It's just the takeaway on the scissor kick, man. That's so big. That is so huge. I gotta ask Problem Max, but good stuff. Ending Walker. What a way to end it. I thought he was gonna be one of the casualties of getting washed.
我又想伸直個人咧，又唔想將隻腳擺喺個台底度，所以就扭到歪嚟歪去。係。
But you can find that as and when it is completed on Start GG. Oh, my apologies. We do have more matches to play. I got ahead of myself. I thought we were flying through them.
Usually the case.
But let's take the opportunity to thank.
冇嗰時 ，Andy Walker 你，我嗰時你好難會睇到，佢唔係好，佢唔係好，係最真人係㗎，即係見到佢有時咧望上望下，有陣咧就嚟而家望前面，跟住望右望左咁樣，跟住喐㗎。
Head over to your app store. There's the QR code in the bottom
得閒完全我會唔會一嘢就錯失條頸？得閒喐下咯。不過想食個人咧就係想。
Hot spots, man. Of course, Singapore Super Premiere going down.
多數想食個人咧，咪可以。
Upcoming weekend, I will be there holding it down as well. So I appreciate that for bringing those back.
即係個姿勢好頹。
You already know. I'm about to get in there with some
冇
hamburger
乜時，基本上你除
The
SF6
action is going to be hot. The beat's going to be hot. So please go check that
衣
out.
服先，衣服咯，就係揀衣服嚟嘅。
Still
好大時
want to make that vacation trip? Go check
個
it
Capcom
out.
咪大 Capcom 咯。
It's going to be
真係
fire.
好
There you can
好
see
奇
the
嘅。
Pro Tour. We are at the halfway mark here in Hartford, USA for East
我
Coast.
見到啦嘛，3個比賽完咗。
As my brother
啊唔
Yikes
使啊，
said, the
我
Super
攞
Premiere
cam
is
我
in
哋
Singapore next week.
俾你望下個 software。
Japan in November and back to the beautiful DR Santo Domingo for Blink Respawn on the very best communities in the FGC. And if you want to just go and experience some of that energy, we just had 3 Dominicans out there in the crowd and it was hype. Imagine what it's going to be like with a full building. And a full building of rowdy Brits will be there in London December 12th and 13th for Kings of the World, which will be your last chance to qualify. So I'm expecting a lot of names to show out there. It'll be great to have you all in my backyard there for Kings of the World. You can find out all of the information about that at capcom.us/CPT24. You can find registration information. Check your dates, plan your trips. There's still time.
買啲送俾你嗰啲公仔，
More incredible action. We've got more
即係又免
incredible
費，
action
跟
here,
住
but we
又
have
送俾
been
你，
fueled
即係送啲公仔俾
by
你玩。
Pagoda. They've been making
你
sure
可以自
that
己
our snack needs have been met. They've been crushing our
我成日
cravings.
得
Thank
晒，
you so much to
因為我45度我咁
Pagoda.
坐，你
And
見
of
啦
course
啦。
making that awesome content with Rob TV.
呢個姿勢，呢個姿勢要自己畫。
Moving this weekend.
上網
I hope that went well for you, brother, for a
如果唔
brand new
係
start.
人咧令到咁滯，佢就 detect 唔到隻眼㗎咁樣向上望，極限㗎呢度。佢再上啲咧，佢就會 detect 唔到隻眼咧，就會翻去正面。
The big personalities on the Capcom Pro Tour, all courtesy of Pagoda, who have been crushing our cravings this weekend already with egg rolls, but also those beautiful
你要
that I'm gonna shout out.
你要特登畫俾佢咯，多數都唔係嗰啲多數都係啲。
That's all. I just want some more. Please give them unto me.
Well, unfortunate for me, I couldn't get some pagodas. I actually went back there and the booth is closed, unfortunately. So hopefully I'm hear my cry. Bless me with some of those cream cheese.
跟住或者可能將個人移科向咗上咯，咁你咪可以望住上咁樣左右喐。
We are going to be continuing the action. We have got more names to send through to Top 24. We are not done yet. We'll be back after this short pause for the cause, and we'll see you for the conclusion of this exciting Top 96. More names will go on to tomorrow's action. Myself and Yats will be here waiting for you after this short break. We'll see you then.
咁啊，有播廣告啦，5分鐘。好似10點，係咪好高科技？都幾嘢。BD 好似要有一個軟件畫，多數都係 Live 2D 咁樣。Live 3D 好似搞好耐，依家靠架爐打 Top24。咁冇㗎，美國人中意朝頭早打機咁咪奉陪到底咯，唔係點？睇下個 schedule 話打到幾點，我邊有幾點？喂，咁啊你有即使唔高科技都好多貴嘅，本身幅畫就貴，你畫嗰啲嘢，佢會有嘅，播完廣告就播㗎啦，嗰個餅，真係。佢話等到10點喎，咁樣差唔多啦，就係嗰種。埋呢應該死咗啦，佢 loser 唔播嘅。係咁噶啦，啲人篩完咗任務完成，佢就係佢唔係為咗贏，佢係為咗同啲高手同歸於盡。打啲人打法，起上鳩嘅2、3鳩咁樣。而家你上網話買過我呢啲咁嘅濕鳩公仔咧，我而家嗰個咧都6000蚊啊，我諗。 係有啲，除非你淘寶買嗰啲比較，即係嗰啲，即係你唔使度身訂做咯，你就咁買啲現貨嗰啲。講個格仔標，呢個係清咗嘅格仔咯，就即係將一個白啲嘅格仔劃分，將個格仔劃分咗做可能1024咁樣咧，你清咗嘅格仔。但係呢個本身逆轉檢視係即係呢個 NDS 咁啊，冇呢個冇 GBA 咁。我諗起 GBA 做漢化真係難，仲要有時有啲日文字咧，你要揀將個畫咧轉咗第二幅畫，如果唔係就日文字嘅變咗。哦，又 Terry 又喺度，呢個咩啊 Luke 又同阿 Jimmy 打街吧。有佛酒啦，啲藥湯。不知火舞咪聽我吸出咧。Terry 其實都整得幾 ，Terry 同 Bison 都整得幾靚仔。唔玩啦！喺家連隻 Silent Hill 都唔係成日開到，黑唔好玩得勁過。我而家興嗰隻龍珠咧，我都冇玩。真係關鬼事咩？出Sakura就話啫。邊個嚟啊？食嗰個啊！我淨係上個咩 UFA 嗰個 champ， 關你鬼事咩？個個都話個個都係咪自己掹落？冇人玩嗰隻，唔係啊！依家 Steam 好大賣啊，個個都開，勁多人玩。屌啲人，屌啲人係而家未出都知嘔心嘅講聲，你唔好理，冇機鋪冇人玩，機鋪冇人玩 ，Steam 多人玩同埋 Steam 多人玩，佢就係佢就係 work。炒埋一碟就係有計。呢個就係佢哋發達之道。咁玩商我都想玩㗎，即係只可以揀一隻 game，揀咗 Silent Hill 就揀到隻 game。即係而家就學大哥咁樣，每隻 game 就開個頭之後就路。咁就開個頭之後就轉 game。我哋唔玩落去。
Yeah, like that, right there. That's right. That's right. Keeping it very windy. We've got Jewel Kevin. So that's 3 Rashids on winner's side. Harris is pretty good. Going up against Daigo Umahara.
Game of the Year
against Kaba. That one is going to be
呢啲 game 即係不嬲都唔係，即係呢啲咁嘅或者 game 不嬲都唔係嗰個級別有隊落去。我都想玩。
We've got 6 matches still to go here.
但係真係我可能我爆完，我等完Silent Hill玩咯，睇下點。街佬會不嬲都係一年一個月玩一日嘅。佢唔係點解佢唔開啲 casual game 呢啲唔開，即係唔會轉 game 嘅話咧，咁啊一坐低就黑唔空就黑唔空，一坐低就佢唔會搞啲咩，佢唔會即係佢唔會。
It is what it is. Ludovic representing that Maryland could be wrong. Back in town, my boy, but I'm just saying, I'm just going by lore, Lud. Okay. Going up against Maz. Bringing in that Ed action. Lud staying pride and true to that Chung Lee as usual. Zhang representation for God knows how long. But he's been in the mix for a hot minute. He already got some medallions. I think he did get top 8 in the KOF, I believe.
I heard them calling Lud to the stage, so yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. His stuff, Lud, showing that you play video games. It's the type of game you got to play here. That was in the past. It's the present. Let's go. Opening gambit time.
No, 推波先。
The Chung Lee. Chuck the plasma set the tone. Name of the game.
咁啊放波，然後就對手就開始用呢個，咁啊重腳對空成功，咁啊做一個簡單嘅對空啊，跟住之後再推波，咁啊拉翻後推波就睇下可唔可以。即係打到對手之後就再屈水，因為啲人即係出嚟都係咧嗰啲貨型輕位就屈水嗰啲人，呢次阿傑，將佢打中，再抌上天，一踎低咧就去抌上天，之後就做一個空中 TC， 後攻擊，反邊啊？咁啊打到對手，但係因為冇 level 2啦，咁啊打中到開唔到呢個空間 combo， 咁啊有嚟壓制，咁啊輕腳 TC， 但係搶到輕拳，咁啊後中人打中，俾埋 level 1都死啦，驚唔死啊嘛，抌上天。
Thing about Chung Lee, that walk speed plus stand strong equals trouble.
Yeah, had a bit of a nerf on her back walk speed, so it kind of makes it difficult for her to escape.
反波拳啦，咁啊好多時間 confirm 做唔到，係嗰一跳，但係佢就飛對號，咁一個升比較慢啦，啲時有時即係如果其他一個升就升到，講到即係升到，一就唔一定。
With Punisher with that 7 frame low forward, she's got a fantastic jab. You see,
對空係冇嘅。
Master just spacing people out like Floyd Mayweather, keeping them there, and of course forward medium.
咁啊打中對擋俾佢擋咗之後再做個前衝拳反擊。
7 frame low forward, that just sounds crazy.
Yeah, imagine someone having a 7 frame low forward.
哎呀，叮一聲，然後就做個反波拳。
Let's go.
Taking the safe pressure.
對波啦，咁啊吹有攻擊，但係兩邊跟住重，但係兩邊都係一個屈射中攻擊，一個就重攻擊咁樣。誒咁樣換到邊喎？咁又見到啊，出嚟即刻後咧就即係俾自己有足夠嘅時間向我。出嚟好中意咁樣放波咧，就想一條用我從個對空之後就打中14啊呢位。咁啊板邊，咁啊點樣點到對手咧？打中我真係俾佢，咁啊呢個2唔使添啊。咁啊未交必殺技，必殺到1-0。
What noise? All right, back at it.
喺波車咁啊大鑊啦。
Right, Miles, that could have been a whiff punish.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff getting whiffed at the moment.
Ooh. 拉繩啦開始。
Reckless.
Watch the ankles.
屈射攻擊佢推埋牆俾對手。
Patient defense there from Ludovic.
Get that throw, no? Wasn't close enough.
Starting to watch his ankles now.
推波推翻出去啦，咁啊百力腳波就俾人扣反喎應該會，但係唔係重百年好似有，重百年就唔俾人扣反啦都。咁啊 burn out 咗啦，咁就冇係咁嚟啦啲攻擊，咁啊擋咗都變，擋咗都有當自己有利。Impact 打落去嗱嗱，咁啊 true 波嚟嘅，見到又 lost 咗，咁啊冇暈咗個問題。咁啊會唔會 Impact 咧？係唔會嘅。叫 Impact 咁啊 burn out 完咗先 Impact， 更加難反應。我哋以為你死都唔用啦，當你冇步嘅時候就用。咁啊見到打中，哎呀仲要做個 reset， 咁啊都幾好彩啊！對手放棄咗，如果對手 keep 住喺個鳩聲嘅話咧，嗰個 reset 就唔做。
Very close to 3 bars. Great situation for them.
Still represent the flick though. That's the name of the game with Ed. Trying to get that punish counter to the draw.
再推過啊，第3個。咁啊，見到 Perry 啦，行過頭中，打中咗後中拳，抌上啲 level 2啦，咁啊唔知係咪想磨對手氣，咁啊磨咗一條啦，再做個空中嘅 high combo。安跳又真係打中喎，俾佢抌上天再嚟過啦，我哋咁啊應該未死嘅，冇呢個有喎冇嘢，咁都係未死嘅啦，我哋咁啊跳重拳88再安跳，哇唔識搏招，但唔緊要，一拳打中，咁啊一翻一定佢啫，見啊放波放波。
Block too many of these fireballs either because there's risk of burnout for Moz. And then it's curtains. Then it's over.
再攞入嚟咁啊，標完結啦，咁應該對我，咁啊對手應該對緊 level 3啊，都冇咩好做。你唔補 level 3你就好難。哎，咪俾波車埋死埋。咁就啊，春麗成功2比0，傾到對手啊，春麗有嘢。
And there was not a great deal of risk taken as well. You pointed out very early on in the set it was classic Chun-Li play. Don't go in unless got the advantage. Right. Pressing that advantage. Because then you're forcing them to try and come in on you. There's so many more openings there. They start to walk into the low forwards, walk into the forward.
咁啊，下個禮拜新加坡比賽就到時有好多香港選手，大家拭目以待一下。
Not really any opportunity. You could see him looking for it by just throwing out the button into the EX punches looking for the level 2 opportunity to activate, but I don't think a single one of them connected, so there was no level 2 activations either.
No.
And when you're not getting this corner carry, you're not really able to challenge in the neutral. Very, very hard work there for Moz with the Ed, and Blood looking very, very much in control as they move on into top 24.
Man, there's not much of a mental stack going up against Chun-Li, honestly, but the only mental stack there's like, man, do I really want to let him get in easy with a fireball into drive rush? You're already losing space off of that alone.
Yeah.
But good stuff. Okay, Lud. But up next, let's see what we got here in the losers. It might be Space Boy
and Brutus, who's been having a great time recently. Will be happy to be not playing against some dull sims for a change.
Damn, I wish I was around to watch those matches, man. I love to see the struggle from time to time. But going up against Space Boy, I want to see what he brings to the table. Space Boy, he advances with the meta, if you will.
咁就Space Boy 對呢個雖然攞嚟咗面 ，Space Boy 好似唔知。
He's got the power up chain.
好似係啊，咪呢個我都好耐冇跟。
Yeah, that's pretty fire. Is that the Sega bass fishing? I think so. No, or just bass fishing in general?
No. That's it's a riff on that. Look, dual pro shots.
Yeah, that's fire. I see you. All right, Space Boy, are you in another galaxy, my friend? I want to see what you bring to the table.
Space Boy already won Street Fighter 5 here, I believe.
Oh, okay, right on. Weekend. Oh, you play on leverless now, man. Everybody, huh? My goodness.
Brutus is still a small boy, big churn.
That's right. That's right, Brutus. Man. You know, I keep forgetting that's my plug for Maple Syrup. You know? I don't know what it is. It's just Canadians. That's what I think about. Broken record. I mean, useless information. Man. It is what it is. Okay, Space Boy. You a Bison player? That don't even fit the criteria for you, my friend. I always notice him rocking like a DB character or something like that with a reversible. Man, you about that Bison life? I mean, who isn't at this point, Logan? Do you play Bison?
Of course not.
Yes, you do.
Absolutely not.
You definitely don't.
乜瓜？司令打蘇記。
No, it's all right. Well, Brutus. Let's see how much scissor
從
kicks
敲動我對手啦，攞彈跳到對手嘅
Yeah, I think this
嘅打紅，跟住之後就到一個 combo， 頭槌有力壓制，3MP 俾人 parry 咗，咁啊識炸彈啦，屈佢，咁啊俾個學中之後就做黑骨殺，咁啊到翻啊呢個司令嘅回流，咁人打中打啲遠啦，搏唔到，打翻。
Okay, we got reversals in the form of cash. The moon boots land.
唔係屈，但係俾個點樣打中，俾晒死唔死唔死啊！咁啊大鑊啦呢個位，司令 burn out 咗嘅話就做乜都有利，咁啊求其做個 TC 咁啊見到啦，乜啲 TC 都出晒佢。咁就想用個 impact 打到對手埋牆，但係點知俾對手解頭變後手，因為佢拳腳 cancel 咁樣就可以咁就可以可以做一個即係冇俾佢解頭，咁然打中就落彈咗，唔做屈水追擊喎，都打對手啦，同佢打落去。 對空係冇嘅，頭槌3下，跟住對手避咗，但係咁啊截停咗對手嘅頭槌 reset， 再指應頭按 hit 嘅 reset 係最難避嘅，按 block 嘅話就明顯係按 hit 多數等你 combo， 唔知你指應頭。咁啊打中對手，但係冇搏招，然後就俾司令做個反擊。話 impact 都因為有炸彈咧就 impact， 啲人反應唔似嗰個 impact， 因為個炸彈爆炸咧啲色有少少改變。死唔死？哎呀咁啊爭啲死。咁呢個位就雖然哎呀蘇記申請自殺，冇事，後避咗個搭。 然後就整咗個中腳踢死咗佢，咁就入咗第3 round。下中人打中啦，咁啊做個反波拳。咁啊想頭攻擊壓制，點知俾對手頭攻擊俾對手打翻隻頭，咁啊做埋面啦。咁啊 Barry 避咗隻 full reverse 之後前頭，後重嘅打落去解頭。咁佢成功草爆打中對手，咁啊救唔救到？救唔到，死咗。 唔係你學散啦！哎呀，花鏈 combo 呢樣嘢，係啦，咁啊 burn out 咗，都幾大鑊。後打個解頭，反邊啦，咁啊唔好中3分殺得㗎啦，咁啊暈咗，但係陣間爆啦，呢個招啊 ，OK 到，就level 3，咁啊反邊一血。 波頭啊中咗，咁啊見到啊，雖然攞得 combo 就輸咗。
Like that?
唔識孖拳3個拳兜7元，
That's a 2-on-1, man. Come on.
輸嘅都係輸自己，直覺係唔會輸，都係輸自己。
Look into my eyes. Yeah, talk to the horse. Spaceboy, I'm not
喂，
convinced.
你識 combo 㗎？
I don't know.
咁啊，掃佢啦，咁啊，蘇記呢個下中嘅慢啊，所以下中佢確反到嘅，但係啊，呢個蘇記冇做到。解頭成功，咁啊炸彈喺身上面啦，等我炸彈，我食咗頭攻擊。Take fall 咁樣再攞個壓制，咁啊正頭打中，再反幫佢，頭攻擊，咁啊狂咪個 level 1啦，見到佢因為佢都需要，佢都知你睇一 reset 就中啦，或者蘇記都需要 reset， 入咗啊 Space Boy 嘅 match point。咁啊重拳打爆對手攻擊。
But he's getting hit. Is he trying to jump out? Maybe.
Possibly a tech?
No, because that would be counter.
頭攻擊打破對手啦嘅壓制，3個拳打落去打中釘頭。咁啊又 reset 啦，見到衰佬都 reset。咁啊鳩煙皮啦，對手 burn out 咗。鳩煙皮可能真係有機會打中咗對手，對手反而唔死至少。咁啊入咗反邊就斯丁嘅回合，鳩煙皮真係中啦，見到啦，呢隻時嘅出現。咁做簡單 combo 啦，咁啊其中攻擊，咁啊反邊 full loop 啦開始，你都唔理對手會唔會夠啦。佢仲個攻擊 reset， 雙殺1-3，成功偷雞到對手之後就殺到對手啦。2-0。Thank you 係全國室友嚟，所以係永遠都係 Thank you 友嚟嘅，打咩都好。係人個人唔得，唔識 combo 有。
Not one did he react to, and that's all right. Not even an SPD. Nothing. Nathan's Brutus.
Yeah, it seemed like his decision making on defense, it was just one of those days where everything you do is wrong. You know, when he was trying to sneak in a back throw, he was going to get shimmied.
Right.
I think he tried to do a couple of wake up SBDs a few times. Spaceboy perfectly backdashed every single time that happened. Counter pokes were getting counter hit. Just wasn't able to get out of that corner when he was put there as well. So
I thought he got hit more with a surprise factor. Actually, probably between the match. I'm probably gonna deal with a loop. Nope. I was surprised he even had a bison. So Spaceboy, I see you trying to stay solid in the meta, my boy.
All right, next up, Master Mike and Shine. Shine got a comeback after that. Daigo.
Ass whooping.
Whooping. Yes.
Yeah. I seen the clip actually while the ad was going on. Man, that was pretty bad. Double perfect, huh?
There's a lot of perfects in that set.
That's grand.
Master Mike, which is a throwback name for me. But here he is.
Aki representation.
Who's running the shop?
They both here too.
Yeah.
Henry and Mike. So
they're closed for business this weekend.
Shine in the mix. I'm very familiar with these guys' play, so it's going to be an exciting one.
大家好。
Mix versus solid defense.
The
only thing I don't like about Master
兩個 Shine 喎，前 Kimberly 喎而家，咁啊對呢個 NYC 個 Master Mike， 好似有啲人唔係呢個，但係應該都係啲可能即係都未入過 Top 8，可能今次入到。
Due to the Ed Chung-Li gameplay, but he got it in the pocket. Question is, will he pick it against Master Mike? KOF as well. I'm pretty sure that's KOF from Master Mike. Shout out. He plays that game, dabbles heavy in it. So many medals of honor this weekend for a lot of these competitors. Nice. My man Mike. I'll be like, hey man, can I get a couple of minutes of Street Fighter 6? And I'm completely lying because I haven't been at NLBC for quite some time. Yes.
呢啲多數咧個機台有勁耐先至會開紀錄。
Yeah, he represents a crew called the MR Goblins. These guys, they do be hunting some points. MR, yeah, it's in the title.
Coveting that ELO.
Woo! It's a survivalist. I make us some backlash.
No.
I feel like I'm going. I see penitentiary steel.
No.
When I hear these bars.
Stop it. Stop it.
Yo, stop it.
Stop
Logan,
it.
you hate.
You stop it. I'm not having you sit next to me and say that with a straight face.
Hold on, look. Chill.
No,
hold on. Chill. Hold on. Woo! That stove is hot. motivated. Nah. You need to stop, Logan. Yo, appreciate the pen, man.
晒宣布晒佢決定用搞笑嚟結束呢個結束自己嘅比賽生，呢個比賽嘅第二段。還用蘇記黐線，蘇記喺 Winner 啊，仲好講 Keep 你有冇人用啊？有啊，等死啊咁。咁啊，中嘅打中，咁我可以做個簡單嘅。combo 可以推埋場，解頭就俾人燒，然後就板邊做一個炸彈聲，唔食炸彈，不再做有壓制。咁啊做 hit four 俾對手解頭，再俾人屈過去，打中完對空，咁啊做一個 mix up 之後咧就板邊嘅 combo 啦。炸彈解頭成功啊！用個鏟去狙擊，鏟中就可以做一個鏟中嘅話就可以做一個炸彈 combo， 但係擋咗，但係緊要咁啊！炸成功完做嘅 combo， 成功衝埋去攞埋佢，我先攞第一燈啊！咁啊個波打中，跟住 J 拳都打中，然後就俾俾阿奇做一個 combo 啦，推埋頭。咁啊前重嘅打到個 drop kick， 又俾阿 Shy 做一個 watch combo， 推埋去，咁就做個 meaty 攻擊，但係俾人紙上鳩。下年呢個下中腳加點嘅。咁完咗個毒，咁啊對空啦，咁啊 drop kick 俾咗個對空，但係都冇事。即科俾你手搞頭啊！burn out 咗隨時嚟㗎啦，呢個得閒琴日我聽完啲咁乜，咁啊飛咗過去，咁啊俾個中拳打咗對手嘅攻擊打空之後就有個中拳咁就又一燈對一燈啊！
No worries. It's the lust of the street fighter. I understand.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right.
It's been definitely a Shine's favorite.
但係因為鏟中都唔會，鏟中係出力三打都好難過招。咁啊中人打落去啦，之後就再飛過去，咁喺度拳腳喺度咁撩中咗就中毒㗎啦，跟住就爆上天，失敗咗。我飛過去對手唔食。個 TC 打落去啦，咁啊 Watch 再 cancel， 咁啊中人打中，咁啊攞個數據，咁啊 burn out 咗啦呢個位，咁啊等都係出嚟啲9力3嘅，冇錯，咁啊又真係俾佢鳩到。咁啊 burn out 㗎啦，應該非常鳩，喂作擊打中，咁啊落彈添。咁啊呢個位，咁啊到阿奇 burn out 咗啊，睇下佢點樣進攻啦。哦，得唔得？得啊，成功對空，4000去呢度。雖然佢未死，但係阿奇仲未 burn out 完都難講。有機會啊，鳩鏟過嚟有時。唉，但係想壓制嘅時候，俾人一個輕拳點死咗，阿奇先攞第一波啊！ 中人先打中對手，攞落彈，後備咗，紅波拳攞落彈。跳背爭啲打中，但係對手都睇唔到對手 parry， 咁啊冇分裂到 parry 有啲曳，可惜。咁啊打中對手大啲遠啦，搏唔到個重腳。咁啊下中拳打中啦，咁啊攞個落單 ，D 反俾人擋咗，咁啊重拳重波拳抌上天 ，OD 嘅直頭抌炸彈，頭攻擊爆上天，再嚟多次 OD， 咁啊再嚟一個。再嚟多個壓制，咁啊再嚟嗰個中段，敵手擋晒，咁樣就雖然就死，但係仲有機會生存。咁啊攞有力壓制啦，起上搶 heavy， 俾人頭擊 punish。咁喺呢個位隨時煙劈㗎啦呢個位，哎呀！你咁樣係咁啊死咗啦應該，誒唔殺喎。咁啊唔殺有啲危險喎，因為始終呢隻 game 唔殺就俾人殺佢，咁啊但係唔係一次成功咁樣用呢個頭攻擊，啱咗定血，咁啊用咗一次嘅 match point 啊。好，咁啊頭攻擊打到對手，解頭，但係好在對手打唔到，對手冇 punish 你嘅解頭，咁啊反擊拳打中，反擊拳打中啦，之後攞彈。咁啊，中嘅打中，就中拳 TC 攞落彈，但係打中啦，黑埋2-3，咁樣就可以一個咁啊攞個 buff 先，
That was a bit nice. Now it's time to apply.
跳翻出嚟又俾人跳到喎，咁啊
John Snow
天文連即刻跳翻出嚟啊嘛，唔使喺版面，咁你面鬥嚟嗰個版面啦。咁啊 Mickey 打中啦，唔俾你喺版面屈機，咁就應該俾晒啲唔使俾晒，俾啲嘢已經殺咗。咁仍然都係 Aki 嘅 match point 啦，咁睇下點做。放個波就屈咗去，咁啊 Aki 唔緊壓制，中拳打落去，重腳，中拳 TC 攞個落單。Mickey 打中咁啊，個立中之後再做一個抌上版面嘅打彈，波頭俾人擋咗，再下段都俾人擋埋。咁啊，用個波拳推翻出去啦，咁啊用個波推翻出去，但係又俾人推埋佢。咁啊，中段打中，睇下 hit 落去搏招，即係做後頭，有踢波啦。咁啊，中段打中，痛啊呢個，但係咪好毒啊？始終，哎呀，個頭已經打空，你手都唔差，咁啊 TC 又唔打，唔知係咪打打下諗住想換邊換？因為係猶豫咗又冇甩到錢。咁啊 ，Aki 呢個應該一下可以殺到嘅，但係首先要Aki貪心啊嘛，俾晒嗰個死佢。冇錯，咁啊 level 3啦。
Going to the level 3, that's a lot of scaling, a huge amount of scaling. Is it going to be enough scaling though?
I think a pixel at best. Oh, that's bad.
No.
It's
not enough scaling. Master Mike does not survive, and we are going into a game 3. Great calculation from Shine, spending all of his resources there, closing out for the kill.
Starter really matter. There wasn't too many lights behind that too, so.
Put him in
the yellow. I didn't notice, but when he hit that combo, he put him on the yellow, right? Possibly.
Rush 嘅攻擊嚟對空，跳咁啊成功對空，再 rush。波頭頭攻擊俾手搞頭，咁因為每一個波頭完之後咧就到 Aki 不利，咁啊 Aki 不利咧 ，Aki 有利嘅，咁啊 Aki 就調翻轉 keep 埋你哋估對手會點樣反應。原地挑對手唔好對空，咁啊俾個輕拳中拳 DC 打落去，兩個攻擊咁啊掟炸彈啦，咁我睇下之後點啊，咁啊頭攻擊，咁我對手唔敢咁滯情況下咧，咁啊食咗個頭，咁啊重拳打中，咁啊俾晒抌上天咧好一死嘅，level 2啊唔使啩。
That is going to be it. Set point now for Shine after being 2 set points down in the last game.
I ain't gonna lie, Shine. I thought you was gonna.
This one been real swings and roundabouts.
Combo rush 咁咪打中咗 kind hit 可以搏招，接過去中拳打中抌上天，輕拳跟住抌落去，咁佢反幫拳再撞佢，再看毒斬。呢個基本操作嚟嘅，中段打中，哎呀！但我諗我對手咁扭會俾人打中。
Trade on that crouch fierce.
下段重拳打落去，再下段再攻擊。Mickey 嘅鏟腳打中，輕腳。
That time just got counter hit, so I'm not sure if he
哇！咁樣偷雞真係，
he's going to have a level
嘢都
2.
政治不無啊！咁啊 reset 算，咁啊食炸彈有機會。咁喺個位就要 Aki 有機會一下秒殺。咁啊係咁樣有價值，咁啊 Kimberly 都唔喐㗎啦，你寧願輸1燈都唔會太有價值。咁啊出死啦呢個位，咁呢個就應該冇咩好做。成個 mon 都喺度打磨。咁啊，雙 match point 啦，邊個贏1燈就邊個贏球。咁啊，見打中中拳咧，咁就可以中嘅中拳再搏招。到 Kimberly rush 到過去打中之後就反擊，後攻擊咁就推埋板邊啦。啲反對手嘅攻擊再射波波，又 rush 就頭攻擊。重拳打中，咁啊 cancel 嗰個反波拳之後再咗一個停嘅啦，一下死啦呢個位，見嗰個贏啦，見嗰個贏啦，贏啦，回甩啦係咪？2比1，咁啊 Kimberly 輸 Kimberly 真係好啊，你真係氣驚算啦。
With a firm grip.
Yeah. That's
sweaty fingers.
Respect and salt all at the same time. Shine, I actually thought he was tilted for a second, but well composed, finished the job. Master Mike, not a stranger to the grandest of stages when it comes to competing with some of his best buds here in New York City. Unfortunate for Master Mike, exit stage left. That was loser side if y'all was wondering. So Shine advances forward to the top 24 side of things.
From 1, Kimberly moving into top 24. Are we going to have another one as Zycles goes up against Mozart in our next match on stage?
We got, what, about 3 more matches? Or 2 more matches after this one as well.
After this one, so we still got Blue and Christie, B-Sun, and Scroll of a Million.
Man, so do we have
a couple of DJs?
So we have the updated top 24 so far. Can you check for me who Kaba goes up against, if possible, my good man? I actually want to see, because he has been on fire, on a tear. But that's in the past. We got Zycles versus Mozart. This man's about to paint a picture. Cycles. I definitely seen him in the can opener.
Kaba versus Boots.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. That's right. Ooh. How you call that one? Big fan of Platinos, I know, but how do you call that one?
I'm a big fan of Ken Masters.
Straight up,
in the Boost fan section this weekend. I can't lie.
He's so good.
So we're going to have Blanca against Kimberly.
Mozart beat Jack.
It
was. Man, a lot of some of y'all favorites fell, son. I mean, I feel like who got the, I wouldn't say the easy route. Absolutely not. It's always difficult here. But in terms of staying alive and well and healthy, definitely Big Bird. Right, still on the winner's side, I believe.
Yeah, he's gone up against JB.
所以 Kimberly
3 out of 8
Kimberly
in winner's side, Rashid's.
Kimberly 係唔會
I think we're right on track. This is the timeline right here, Logan.
Yeah, the prime timeline.
Yeah. You know what? Let's take advantage of this now before somewhere down the pipeline. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but we get like wild mirror matches. The character's that good. We kind of see that with the essence of Akuma here and there in certain locations.
I don't think we're going to see that with Rashid though, because they're all characters, like they're all players that I associate with Rashid from years back.
Okay.
You know, alongside Gachikun.
Yo, Kimberly 有笑2次。
Oh, yes.
Like, you're not seeing people go, oh, yeah, you know what? Luke's not that good, man. I'm just going to move from Luke to Rashid. That ain't happening.
Watch 咗去咁頭攻擊打對手，咁下重拳 Watch 咧係有利嘅，即係 Kimberly。咁見到，想衝過去做一個壓制，俾對手嗰個先升翻轉頭。咁下重拳確反，之後就做個推反邊炸彈嚟啦。咁頭攻擊，咁打破對手防守，雖然冇炸彈連圍都唔拍落去，捉擊打中，應該後頭打中咁做個 rush 嘅壓制，波頭點頭點中之後就做一個簡單嘅波頭 combo。好似得就知咁impact， 哎呀呢個impact要，即係你要好 delay 嘅，即係唔可以喺度出，因為會撞唔中。跳過對手嘅 wing 波，飛過又真係飛到喎，拉住個頭，拉住個下仔，咁前咁樣做一個頭咁嘅咪要咪濕，再咁壓制嘅時候俾人升8，呢個反波嘅打落去，7炸彈，咁炸彈喺度，但係唔使呢個炸彈，咁空中嘅正頭打中，抌上天，儲子彈，但係俾對手升龍拳反擊。鏟中咁對空成功啦，咁炸彈嚟下，波頭咁打中對手咁level 1啦要，冇錯，雖然冇炸彈，但都死嘅。
Let them know this ain't gonna be an easy match. Okay, Zycles, the Zycles
cycle.
Look at the 50-50 city, man. I know you.
Impact 對手冇反應啊，咁空中成功 ，Watch 再做個壓制 ，Parry 對空，再個後頭將對手頭板邊，咁頭俾人解頭，咁打中之後就抌上天，空中指令頭抌上去，咁波拳士氣咁入動畫先。
That was a great check there from Zycles. Seen the earlier jab Blanca ball, washed it up, no baits.
好多時俾你壓制啊，如果對手解打就會中，咁又跳啦，不過對手唔使。周劍劈真係中喎，咁就呢可以啦。元神啟動，抌炸抌隻公仔，咁升呢個撞起上啦，中嗰個死啊！鳩抌又真係中啦今次，咁啱啱見到啱啱個畫面就係咁樣，但係佢啲級冇好熟，應該死咗嚟，好大嘅呢度。咁壓死啦，波頭擋到，史上 parry 俾人頭擊出啲山頭 ，D 反咁會撞㗎啦一定，係點撞？parry 對空，點到對手啊兩個輕拳，整咗一針先，1-0。
Managed to just keep Zycles pinned down in the corner.
又點中個頭，咁啊又喺畫面啦，咁就重腳輕腳撞。咁啊打個下段，咁啊左換邊 TC， 然後再撞，咁啊炸彈好似嚟緊喎，撞得切。咁啊起上 parry 又俾人投，咁啊入咗呢個 burnout 狀態，即刻 impact 啊，冇諗嘢，掟公仔，跳，咁啊 OD 電啦，咁就公仔就嚟，跟住反，跟住。哎呀，識唔識㗎？翻嚟睇 combo 先啦。咁啊 OD 打落去，再做個中段技。你收唔識啊？因為 burnout 狀態啫，所有拳都係炸嘅，咁就幫對手嘅反擊。再用個炸彈 set， 咁啊係咁跳，終於中啦呢下。咁啊有機會死佢啦 ！OD 呢個用，哎呀呢個就係唔識 combo， 跟住大家 hit， 咁啊俾曬所有資源，然後就用個尖頭打埋咗一滴血，做一個放翻燈先。撞，咁啊終於打落去，再 rush 對手解到達，咁啊頭攻擊攞個傷害啊！喺用拳腳壓制，因為呢個又係嗰句啦，贏 jab 嘅，拍落去撞打中，咁樣就攞單，咁啊都仲有白邊，但係點知個頭空咗，俾人打斷頭。咁啊拳腳係咁壓啦，咁啊見到 Kimberly 因為分嬲咗對手就啲拳腳所有嘢都係有利，拍重同對空，喂咁啊有啲曳啊呢個跳空嘅。分完結咗 ，parry 到，哇迷之旋風腳，然後就 level 2入嚟，咁啊推埋板邊嘅呢個，咁啊有個撞咧就會出界到個公仔之後就咁就行埋去，再多次，咁啊想打先面唔食，咁啊夾硬對空，又俾對到打和，俾人吊背但係冇做 combo 啊，鳩跳有冇 combo 啊？咁啊呢號3啊應該，幫佢先，唔使頭先
1-1。Was a little scrambly early on, so I like how the gameplay has cleaned up a bit.
All right, Mozart taking it back to the character select.
That's right, no neck boys. Let's go. All back, all stomach.
The bank 就唔轉過啦，轉公仔3。
That's Blanca. He's biting his bottom lip right now. He's so excited to fight Kimberly. He's like, The man is all stomach. Oh man, what a creepy bastard. Block a ball right now, slide. I would have done it. You gotta get nasty.
咁啊，一波打下段，但係冇搏招啊！空中跳中拳打中，對到個前鋒腿，點翻落去，咁啊打到簡單 combo， 再攞個電埋尾。冇對空啊！哇！呢個對空有啲多咗，但係唔識搏招，又俾人踢中啦咁就。中段。咁啊打到度放下 combo 之後就又抌上天，再做個簡單 combo。哎呀大鑊你！放空指令頭做個 combo 之後再 OD 打落去，再 level 1睇下殺唔殺到，咁啊有炸彈應該殺到嘅，即係唔使添喎。咁就成功攞到一燈，即係開啦。
Here we go.
一路零攻跳頭攻擊，咁啊將對手頭板邊踢炸彈。不似個攻擊，多咁得啦。不嘅鏟腳啦，咁啊公仔喺後面啦，咁就可以係咁衝過嚟壓制，鏟都係安全嘅，因為公仔喺度幫你自己幫你頂住。咁啊 D 反啦，咁啊跟住推翻出去撞中，咁啊板邊壓制啦。咁啊掉翻出嚟，但係對手冇一個俾人。即係俾人哋翻嚟又咁曳，咁啊簡單對 burnout 啦，之後就用個拳腳係咁樣壓制，頭攻擊咁就攞多少傷害啊！原地跳避咗個 impact 但係俾落反，咁啊吹咗攻擊啦，一下喺度，打中條對空，咁啊企咗喺個位，咁啊見到 combo video 啦，咁啊簡單啲招再播呢個3完埋 ，Kimberly 又贏。
Praying to himself, man. He's like, yo, thank you, God, for letting me eat in this season.
對手咁樣叻 combo 咁樣，好難贏喎！你咁樣係咁喺度放，你係咁喺度令個對手甩招。
That's a hard loss for him.
Hard pill to swallow. Yeah, don't look at yourself.
一盤劍，知唔知數數字
He's going to be advancing into top 24. We say goodbye to Mozart. A great run from him, though. Had some very impressive victories, as you said, of course, earlier on. Sunshine to
兩隻都兩隻。
But there goes out in, what would that be, 30 seconds or something like that.
He got washed. You know, we're gonna have to call it how we see it. Unfortunately, like I said, it was a little scrambly early on in the set, but like I said, Psycho's got more solid on the defensive side. No drops. I think he just gave up on the throw tech Tiger Knee Tatsu. So he just kept it solid with like dynamite.
Yeah, dropped it a couple of times with the execution, right?
I actually thought earlier he was trying to do instant jump short for the overhead, but no, he was clearly missing the Tatsu.
Yeah.
So that was good stuff there. Zychos just keeping it simple to finish the job. Very nice.
咁啊，睇下
Two more matches, 2 more names to join that top 24. Next up, we've got Blue versus Chris D. So I believe should be DJ versus Ken.
Okay.
好咁啊
，Hey man, you play some master.
Chris D
Play Logan.
呢個世界 Chris A 到 Chris 2set 都有。
Like some Ken. Thought about Terry. You don't like Terry? Terry good, big damage, right up your alley. But he don't spin.
咁啊，嗰邊依家去到嗰邊依家呢個嗰邊呢個地方就入邊有部 Jet 啦，見到。
He don't look like a helicopter.
跟
A Fury helicopter.
好多比賽打。
I thought you like ceiling
Glad they
fans.
put the
同埋呢啲酒樓凳。
straight away from the off as well.
I think that's cool. I gotta see how Ken. For those that have seen, I think the announcement that Ken will be in the Mark of the Wolves as well.
Yeah, Ken and Chun Li.
That's fire. I want to see how they.
Glad they went for that.
冇啊！你去嗰度嘅，我以前咧喺街霸喺度等喺度跟機喺度等嘅時候，都係打啲陰 game， 過下時間。啲優咁上下咯。咁你跟緊機，可能你入邊嗰啲跟緊機冇嘢做咪喺後邊撳下掣。
Put it in the air for you guys, for the big fans out there. I want to see it too. Hell.
Yeah, we're all getting our hopes up, man. There's been some.
個陰 game 嘅
There's been some reissues. There's been some crossovers. Make us. There's a few 3-letter games that I'm sure we are hoping we see iterations of in the next year or so.
I might own an Igloo before that game drops. Sure. I wish.
All right. Blue, you're my boy, Blue versus Chris D.
Blue. Let's go to
We've got 2 DJs back to back. We've got Blue and then we've got B Sun after this in our last match of the day.
Well, DJ 大聽啦。
Bar mitzvahs, kids' birthdays, parties.
Holla at me. I got you. I'm the plug, homie.
Yeah. Hardware store openings.
好，開波。
Corporate events.
咁啊，推波先。我波。
This man looks familiar. There you go. Counter hit already. Over the crouch jab low forward. His eye is open.
打空佢之後俾 Ken 落地反擊。咁啊，反波佢對個正波佢埋佢，因為教偷雞係俾對手升翻落嚟。咁呢個對付力，呢個 Ken 對付力都幾好喎，我覺得。我星已經話俾大家知佢嗰啲道行都幾深。咁啊，踢到有冇對空啊？係有嘅。我見到每一個跳都升翻落嚟啊！我見到嗰個。 應該都調唔到你嘅劇，好啲波打中，咁啊做個 rush 嘅攻擊，旋風腳埋尾，咁啊點知俾對手搶掣，咁啊打翻轉頭，咁啊打中對手雷腳 rush， 又打咗一次，咁啊見到聽到即係，哎呀幾好反應喎！而家啲人真係。 impact 俾翻你個 impact， 再做個換邊。哎呀，但係呢個可以做密宣筋嘅，聽嘅密宣筋。我唔係 DJ 換教好識。咁而家打中開埋呢個衫啦，打住手柄勾先。
DJ comes out on top.
Hell of a commitment right there from Blue.
There's the burnout as well.
咁啊 ，watch 佢壓制，手柄勾咗就可以係咁掟波咯佢。未死喎，喂！ 哎呀，好曳啊！呢個死咗啦，升咗啦。 咁啊，見到啱啱可以 trip 死嘅咁啊，放佢啱啱係即係嗰個 OD 波腳加2，但係佢冇做，佢冇再 cancel 個 hand 拳波腳 trip 死嘅。
At a Twitter video,
I think it's safe to say that might be the
when he did the stand light kick drive rush cancel. for the juggle in the middle of the combo.
That was
I screamed
really
at my
good.
phone.
Check that out. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, go
Ryan
find
Joseph
Ryan
Hart on Twitter.
Fire.
咁啊，夏中權截停咗對手之後，咦又上埋咩？我呢個係
well into his 40s.
我 teach 咗個
Of course, that's what he loves.
即係嗰啲咁嘅息怒。
Nice.
順雷腳俾人
Get away with that against
升
DJ.
搏反，但係
Wherever those pockets are in that
即
gi.
係 DJ 6閃星咧又搏反啦，你見到啊？但係升多下就 burn out 啦，咁啊唔知俾唔俾佢我真。
Side
咁啊
there. I know
夠食
it's
夠
looking a
皮
little grim for you, my boy, especially that drive gauge, but hang in there.
順雷腳，
You got sand on
啊
your
咁睇
toes.
下 hit 可以過招，
Time.
波頭
I like that as well because he didn't
再
want to burn
放波，
himself
咁啊
out
想打住
by
手 burn out 咯，
doing the OD up
不過問
kicks.
題係冇咁容易，原地跳避咗個 impact 之後就俾人打個確罰，咁啊雖然兩面 burn out 咗，但係
Not sure how he could have got into level
聽少血啲啦，咁就危險啲。一順雷佢打中我又夠唔夠到啊？攞多4個機會。
No, he didn't.
哎呀，計錯血啊！一點血。
Oh, that's match point. Just like that. Don't let him do
你
you
睇下
like
呢
this,
個
man.
Chris Wong
You made it
嘅
this far,
血
you gotta
量
make
血
it count.
俾血嘅
Cristido
武器，
representing.
自己計
He
數，
knows
自己
what
計錯
watching.
血。chip 尤其擋嘅時候 chip 嗰個血係都錯得幾犀利。
I'll do it again. I want to see if he's going to burn it now.
誒踢中，趁下 hit 用下薄招
Punish count. I was about to say, damn,
，watch
that
過
works.
去
Those
飛
punish
腳，
count. Oh, the target
輕
count.
輕打中，
Right,
過埋個星，
respecting the frames.
順雷腳落個落彈，繼續。哎呀，打個書面打到啊，真係俾佢個前後。對空，哎呀，輕拳對空好曳啊！咁啊，下中就打中啦，死咗。
Doesn't matter though. He's going to get the kill.
就見到你 DJ 好多失誤嘅，雖然隻 K 係極嘅，因為冇失誤我覺
Thank you
得。
very much.
He read his lips. He said,
即係
"Oh,
嗰
thank
個
God."
嗰啲
He
嗰
went
啲
ahead and he
拳
could
腳
feel-
都
he
就
felt like Blue was warming up, right?
即係嗰個道個心
Found those
嗰
options to
嗰
counter
嗰
Got a
個
little
人
scramble
嗰基
into
本
it
功。
at the end, but a little shaky. But
咁啊，
who is your winner?
點講咧？
Chris
隻 DJ 但唔知道
Yeah,
都好多
really
機會
great
嘅。
start to that set as well. You
咪
know,
贏一燈咯，
spacing was
即
brilliant.
係
Reads,
嘔晒啲資源
and,
贏一
some
燈
of
咧，
that
下彎就即係
predictable
飛到贏，
DJ
即使贏，即使唔甩都贏喺彎
movement.
度。你新燈都一樣嘅
And
King，
that really set the pace there, Christie.
呢個就係
I
Top 24
really
嘅實
liked
力。
how, you know, it reminded me of some of those
成日
Ridge
都係咁㗎啦
videos where he's really analysing the decision making
經常
based
搶
on
正
how
咁㗎
much drive gauge is left.
Yeah.
And you know, if you're below the 2-bar mark, you know, whether your opponent wants to risk the OD reversal to burn themselves out, do they get anything? You could see him starting to, you know, really start to abuse the Jinrai kicks in that situation to say, okay, come on,
Bust
let's
out.
see you bust out here.
Yeah.
You know, so it was an interesting dynamic to that matchup. But it was
DJ
Christie
緊
that
張
advances. We've got one more match. It's going
雖
to
然
be
我
DJ
都係嗰句，
back
我
on
都
the
係覺
screen
得
again.
你贏都贏到多一燈。
Scroll
一個
Vermilion
打一唔
taking
會贏
on
一
B-Son. B-Son.
不過好鬼嘅一 game 嘅
Oh,
贏。
so that's how you look. Okay.
唔識
Seen
讀
him in the can opener not
對
too long ago,
B-Son
but there you go. I like putting
mini 人啊，嗰個叫。
faces to the name. Fire, Scroll Vermilion, of course. Bringing his talents from the anime side over to Street Fighter 6, which I agree, still locked in with the loop. I don't know, man. You know what? Just throwing it out there for you, man. Just pick Bison. Yeah. I think that's the answer. For all anime players, at least. I agree. Or Cammy.
Bison anime? Is that what you're saying?
I think so. I think he got a little essence of anime. I would say like the Air Dash would be the Dover verse, maybe. Nah. I'm stretching. I'm reaching. Dowson with the reach. Michael Jordan Space Jam with the reach. Yeah.
咁就唔熟口面。
It's a bit of a reach.
Wemby at the Olympics.
又 DJ 打
Oh
率。
my God! Did you see the lobs from Chris Paul? Oh my God! Yeah. Oh, the league's in trouble. Keep lobbing them, Chris. Keep lobbing them.
All right.
我開話。
B-Son. Hey.
咁就一跳就俾人升落嚟，再做個頭攻擊。
The DP early on, the reaction. Set the
咁啊
pace
打到個下
early.
段啦，但係冇過到後面嗰啲攻擊。
I like that mentality from players. Man, be a bully early on. If they can't slow you
咁啊
down,
爭啲
don't
出到對手
stop
嘅下
the
點嘅
flow
頭
chart.
啊，又諗住屈咗佢。咁啊屈到，但係掃低咗，咁啊做壓制，之後俾人升翻出嚟
Represent it
啊。
early, shall we? Slow down your
放波。
Scrappy at the
啊
moment.
咁啊重腳打爆咗，之後再做個簡單 combo。
Lands the big combo. That's going to give him a bit of confidence.
打中，
Beats him to
再
the
做
punch on the
個
Sandblaster as well. The
下
speed of that
上
drive
下
rush.
上，咦冇兩個下上嘅。
That's what DJ stands for.
掃中咗對手嘅攻擊打空啊！咁之後兩個下，誒唔使level 1啊，下上應該死啊！
Okay, B-Son.
咁啊先我哋喺度啊，咁啊得啊呢個 B-Son
Bro, everything closed at 4 p.m. today. I don't know if you've been outside.
咁啊大鑊啦，放兩個波俾人跳，但係做唔到飛皮，即係 parry 到個中段，然後就做一個簡單嘅抗反，再推向前，係咁掃㗎。一聽完接中，前頭，俾死呢個洞，哇呀，翻連 combo 啦，唔緊要，咪恐擊攞上海。
Talking about. That's how you play the game.
打到下段再反波佢。咁啊入咗，哇！我覺得 DJ 有時，哇呀打中好大力㗎呢個，呢個差唔多6000喺度。
Imagine. I see something.
咦啊！好大力㗎所以話。
Now it was taking me back to season 1.
Yeah.
咁就翻到打中咯，咁啊開波推埋場，咦唔開你火2，開 OD 波 ，OD 嘅波腳開你火2 ，OD 嚟做乜？咁啊反邊好到㗎，跳好對空啊！放波，打到佢打中，就推埋場。我 DJ 呢個升好快，下上對空超擊，飛到第下中佢做個反擊。
Okay, Spencer Bar gets the bit of extra corner
carry. 呢啲嘅重腳，再做一個頭擊。咁呢個位就一拳超人，定係睇下都可以喺板邊壓到佢死。
Down back. Who told you that you were allowed out of here?
有啲打中，但係後邊嘅人咁啊縮後，咁啊睇下對手會唔會反擊。好啲波打中開頭啦，嗱鳩嘅呢個位仲有鳩嘅喺度，唉冇啦，俾阿 Luke 做一個撞在 level 2出死
，1-0。I love that because you're looking for
drive
impact in that situation. Of course, you would have to be absolutely godlike to react to that shoulder tackle. That would have been ludicrous to react to.
Man, gotta be a little Shao Hai, gotta be the kid, huh?
That's right. Ryan Hart reactions, Shao Hai DP reactions.
Facts.
咁啊，同個剔波點知俾對手捅咗，跟住之後就做反擊。反邊嚟咁又喺度撩拳腳啦，又真係俾 DJ 撩用晒，哇！跟住追翻唔到啦，即係 parry 到個 Mitty， 然後就俾人一個反波拳打埋去，起上頭攻擊咁啊，打到 Top 24 parry 咁喺反邊封碌，咁啊擋埋個升，然後就做個簡單嘅 DT hit， 咁啊攞到1燈啦，咁入咗 match corner 隻 loop。佢咪 parry 條 rush， 我先跟我落彈，佢 parry 翻你個 set， 再做個反擊，下上成個對空，下中段分啲餐塔咁就播簡單 combo， 下上頭攻擊，咁啊俾人搶即就真係俾人搶到，但係。out 頭咁啊換邊啦，咁啊真係有機會啦而家。飛咗個反波重拳啦，再嚟個統擊，下衝拳啊搶到，咁啊起上出下衝拳就真係俾佢搶到，然後就攞翻1燈，咁啊入咗呢個
大家好啊
，M3 round 3，咁啊成功用個鏟對空，但係點知俾人打爆咗，之後就俾人推埋上，起上鳩倒 level 3。
Man, listen, you're looking hot right now. I'm not trying to lose with this level 3. Have that.
俾人統擊啦，2中。起上 parry 又俾人投多次。
Momentum swing.
哇，強勢。咁啊吹 combo， 佢就俾 DJ 做咗簡單 combo。咁啊成功留氣俾科龍啦。Game free.
Damn. You know I hate losing like that. Obviously, you're trying to stop somebody from moving forward with a button, but you get a trade combo. The crouch throne. That's what finished it off for B-Song.
Mashing on the throw.
一個波 watch 過去，再做個統擊。下上對空成功，咁就唔俾跳入嚟啊！之後再做個拳腳嘅壓制，咁啊放波 watch 過去打中啦，但係有啲遠，將咗個確反，但係都係有啲遠嘅關係咧，有確反唔到啦。跟住雙抬到對手打哭，然後再做個波腳，放波。
Then again, it's a bit risky.
中間有撩，再推波，啊！從後中嘅對空成功，咁啊攞落彈， 想再統一就係俾對手解頭，咁啊死上 Impact 俾對手統一打破咗，輕輕打中就反而難投中對手，俾人打翻轉頭，打中完打中俾上咁啊唔使 rush 俾多個 rush 就成功 kill 對手，咁啊再一次咁啊 B Son 嘅 match point 啊，咁睇下 DJ 會點處理，咁兩邊一鬥 carry 空氣，咁啊頭攻擊打中咗對手。咁啊，小聰拳打中咗對手嘅放波顏值之後，再做個推板啦。咁啊 ，Mitty 打中，再做個 reset。點解出嚟食個星先，但係都跳咗出嚟。起上星俾人擋咗，咁啊死咗啦呢個位。兩個咁喺對重攻之下咧，就雙 match point，兩個都係2個3啊，一燈可能10秒就完嘅一燈。對唔到空啊！一開波又俾阿 Luke 做一個 combo。咁啊，再做一個 rush， 跳，咁啊對唔到空，俾人做個換邊，咁啊做個 fake 嘅跳入，咁啊打破對手 carry， 咁啊用個波做一個，哎呀做一個打對手 burn down， 即刻對手即刻用 level 3去回擊，然後就打線上去，後跳避一避，又真係俾佢跳到，咁啊下上對空成功啊，burn down 未完結啊其實。呢個俾 DJ 屈機又會，咁啊雙人重拳咧 impact 啊，暈啊，好我哋咁啊打得幾好嚟到，哇！未死，哎甩招，唉隻歌下中嘅，哎呀贏變輸，咁就兩邊都鬥尷尬，停下，咁樣輸翻轉頭。好渣！翻練下 combo 先啦，真係幾開心啊，小弟。輸自己。
But Scraw is the one who advances through to top 24.
呢個叫 American style。美式 reset。
Yeah, it gets a little packed at Capitol Grill for sure.
求其可能重拳，佢可能
I wonder if his mind was already.
佢可能重拳波嘅呢口3就算。
And then the brain fart kicked in. And then that was that. I know Scrod is laughing. He knows he wasn't even supposed to be in this position, but that is the important thing about fighting. Yes, we will take that.
大家比賽唔使驚就係呢對手就咁上下質素。
To some of our partners who, of course, have been making it possible. Storm Collectibles has brought classic and iconic gaming characters back to life with their high-quality collectible action figures. I've got at least like 5 of the things in this, like Ken. I love that Street Fighter 5 Ken. Check out their Street Fighter 5 figures on their website, the QR code in the corner of your screen. You can check out Luke and Ryu for Street Fighter 6. Brand new from Ultra Street Fighter 2, Fei Long and Blanco. There they are at the front.
更新嘅。應該差唔多打完啦。
And of course, another classic. You want a new game for your app to just walk around and enjoy the day. Go on over and get some Street Fighter Duel. It is a mobile game that was released last year. You haven't heard of it? It's an RPG based on Ultra Street Fighter 4
JB 對呢個
Elvin 對 Idol， Ryu，
跟住下邊就 Onset 對 Idol，Hino 對呢個Hino Top 26，跟住粉沙奇對 Space Boy 打埋。呢度都打晒啦，咁啊 Boost 對 Kappa，Ita 對 Les，Kami 對 Ending Wonder， 之後 Koso 對 Bixby，Nancy 對呢個路都 Pula 對呢個佢哋，咁啊打晒啦喎，24，咁啊最有希望贏一個。咁啊，基本上都係，我覺得冇乜人可以 ，Ending Wonder 都可以嘅，攞到問佢殺上嘅，即係多數都係 winner 晒，多數都係 winner 晒打太多場咧，之前上嚟都好多都容易俾 winner final 咁樣，我就 top 打佢哋嘅 winner 即刻秒殺。咁啊，呢邊都冇咩好嘅嘛 ，idol 嗰啲 idol 都問。咁就 Top 24咁啊出晒嚟啦，咁啊聽日就幾點打？冇幾點打，聽個 schedule。咁啊加12嘢。
We're hopping on the plane. We're flying out to Santo Domingo in the
DR. 就聽日11點，夜晚11點啦，打到9點。嗱，見到呢個 Beast Cup 3打3，咁啊11點打到4點，3點半啦。之後4點鐘就 Top 24到 Top 8，之後就 Top 8完，打到最後。咁就 到時見啦。Beast 級其實都冇乜播過嘅，睇下咯。叫 Daigo 台播嘅。
Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a fantastic second day of action here from East Coast Throwdown. Always a pleasure.
沙嶺嘅直頭會死嘅。
Beside you, sir. My brother.
咩化完啊？屌，今日即係憑住一般的意志咁樣起身嘅。好啦，咁就多謝各位收看，咁啊，聽日繼續我哋。